like that, it's gonna show up on everyone's,
Yeah,
audio. So
dumbass.
just you clap 3 times really loudly right now.
I'm not doing nothing. We are live here on So Shameless. I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
I
Well,
can't
you
even get y'all
figure
to
it out.
clap at the same damn time.
All
What
right.
the hell? Try to clap. He's telling me it's because we virtual. I'm taking too long to clap because I'm waiting for y'all to move.
You legitimately paused.
I mean, there could be lag. You ain't never played online.
There's no.
Yes, but he paused. He said 1, 2, 3, clap, and the nigga was sitting there like this. And
I'm watching. There's no body movement. There's no body
My
movement.
shit is crisp.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right here with you, Ben. Right here with you. It don't take much. Clap. Don't take much. I'm looking at y'all. Y'all like this. Oh, clap now. Yes.
This nigga's crazy.
I'm the crazy one.
That's your cousin. That's your guy.
Shout out to y'all out there at So Shameless. We are back in the building. It's been quite some time since we recorded. Last time we recorded, it was the Today's Conversation episode. That was fun. We went over the Patreon and did our little thing over there with that. And so much has fucking happened since. So much has goddamn happened since. Are y'all still paying attention to tonight's conversation and drama?
Nah.
Why? What happened?
You get like a solid couple days out of me, and then I have to live my own life.
Yeah. Yesterday, what about you?
I've had bigger fish to fry.
Is that if one of your joints say, "Yo,
Oh, wait,
I got."
wait, hold on. You good? You good?
Well, you're single. You can't have a multiple joints if you're single.
But
That was a
why
girl
you
you
saying it
wanted
as if I? But I'm saying, why are you saying it as if I said this before? Like,
What? That you're single?
no, that's all good. Don't worry about it.
What exactly? What?
Continue.
See, you made it hot. You
Continue.
made it hot for no reason. I was not trying to imply anything.
You know the definition of gaslighting? I'm just asking.
That's gaslighting.
Funny.
Yo, Ben.
I'm just asking a question. Do you know the definition?
We have DJ Ben Hamid here from the 4 All
I know
Nerds
you
Show.
do. Yes. I know I was talking to that.
Ben, if you're single, are you allowed to date multiple people?
Yes.
Yes. Right? It's not a surprise, right? Unless you told people that you're not dating anybody.
I still want to know what you were going to say. You were going to say if one of his joints.
Are you bringing it back up?
Yeah, I just want to know what you were going to say. I already know what you were going to say, but I wanted to hear it.
But what I was going to say is, if somebody said, "Hey, I have tickets to tonight's conversation. I want to go." Would you go? Yesterday?
Or would I go? To this, to whatever it is now?
Yeah.
Probably not.
What is tonight's conversation?
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't see shit.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's actually a big panel podcast. They do a lot of they go worldwide, nationwide on tour. They have a lot of personalities that are on the show now.
Lately, that's the name of the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Lately they've been basically going through some inner turmoil amongst the cast, and it's become more often than not.
Yeah, pretty much.
More often than not, when you are around somebody for a long time, you're doing shows, you're gonna have disagreements. The best thing for y'all to do is try to handle it with in-house. More often than not, it goes public. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that several times. We've seen it here with me. We've seen it several times. People break up, and the next thing you know, everybody's talking about it. This became a big thing. Where one of the main host, the owner, was being accused of abuse and all types of things.
Yikes.
And so it became, big story on the internet. Now, not so much. And I was wondering, why do y'all think the outrage has died down? Or if y'all think the outrage has died down?
How much abuse was it?
And
how talented are the people behind this podcast?
Ben's asking some really good questions. That's a good question. I know it's tough, but that's a good question.
Well, we're on episode 15 or 16 of the main accuser's story. So she's doing like a
wait, what?
who the fuck did I get married? You remember that TikTok phenomenon? Who the fuck did I get married? Who the fuck did I marry?
Yeah, I remember the movie. Yeah.
Nah, it was a TikTok.
Not why did I get married?
Yeah.
Not why did I get married? Oh God, you're so disconnected from social media. I
Pretty
love that.
much.
I love that for you. That's
Thank
great.
you. Yeah.
But basically she's doing like a whole series of things about her going through this situation with this show and with this person. And at first it was crazy. But now I don't know if I'm still as tuned into it. And I wanted to ask y'all why y'all think, or
I
if
mean,
y'all experiences with it.
I got to ask that question again. How entertaining are the 15 episodes?
Josh, did you watch? How many episodes did you watch?
I think I stopped at like 8.
Yeah.
How entertaining was the 8 episodes?
I thought they were funny.
It was no trapped in the closet.
It was like Trapped in the Closet, but podcast.
Yeah.
It was like that's exactly what it was.
I watched that midget clip on social recently. I didn't know how funny that shit was, man. When he talked about the man was a midget and, and then he faded away. But on some realness, like I said, I don't know anything about the situation, and abuse is always terrible, but it's just a fact of life. Like Dash said, people will move on with their life. Especially when it's like you got people like Diddy out here dropping a 5-part joint. It's yeah, like they said, I ain't even seen that yet, but they got a Max documentary 5-part or some shit.
I think I watched that one.
Beat
I think I watched
50 to the so it's like, come on, man, it's levels to that. Sorry.
I watched 2 documentaries actually about Diddy.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, they got him on every stream. They got him on
they
every
do.
stream.
Tubi
it's funny
got
though.
one.
Did you see that he dropped $100 million lawsuit against one of the streaming companies? For what was it? I can't remember. It was $100 million lawsuit. Did he just drop against them for their documentary? Basically saying in the documentary that he unalived Kim Porter and a bunch of other things, and he's suing them for $100 million.
Yeah, he has every right to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's going on. But yeah, Dodge. Back to the tonight's conversation thing. What do you think? Were you entertained? Were you captivated?
I was entertained for a moment. I thought that there was going to be an end. And now that there's seemingly no end in sight, it's like I can't hold on this long. Like I figured you put it out, y'all gonna settle behind the scenes. You had that little crash out situation, where you're yelling and screaming and he's supposed to pay you money by a certain time, and then somehow that never gets done. And now I don't know. I can't keep up with it. I'll wait for it a couple of weeks, and maybe one day when I'm bored, I'll go back and watch the rest of them.
Yesterday, did you watch any of them?
No.
You didn't watch any of them?
No.
I watched a bunch of them, being that I know the people involved. I was waiting for a boom moment. I was waiting for the thing that catches you. Like, oh, he did this. And I don't think that she actually landed that moment. And I think that people lost their attachment to it. And I think it's funny that Ben brought up Trapped in the Closet, because we was all entertained by Trapped in the Closet until he brought up the midget. Once he put a midget in the story, or a little person, once he put the midget, it just lost all of its flair, because it's like, where is this going? It was like Once Upon a Time. Once Hansel and Gretel showed up, I was like, all right. It was like, I used to watch Once Upon a Time.
Compare little people to fictional storybook characters. I just want to make sure.
I was into
no, he didn't. That's
I was watching it.
That's gaslighting.
You know what I mean? Her mom, the evil stepmom. I was into it, and the next thing I know, the Three Little Bears is got a storyline, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on with this show?
Basically, he's saying that Hansel and Gretel made it jump the shark.
It just went too far.
I didn't know that the midget was when it went too far. I was just like, I remember back in the day when he just kept dropping them. I was like, nah, man, like 2, 3, that's cool, but fam, like 8, 9, 10, I don't need to hear you singing this shit no more, bro. Like, come on.
So somebody in the chat says
Too much.
She lost steam because she didn't have anything from the beginning, was just using buzzwords and started blasting unnecessary business that wasn't hers to share.
Ouch.
That hurt. That hurt.
That'll do it.
I don't know. I was rooting for her with this whole thing, and I still am. I just think that she started talking about her abuser's abuse, where he was basically M-word, child M-word, as a child. Yes, Daj. So you didn't see all that? She started talking about the person who basically was a teacher and did certain things to him as a child. And it became like a tell-all about his past things. And I'm not sure that was the right play to go to, because now, yes, essay. It was an essay. Sexual. Can y'all understand that?
We know what it means.
Yeah, we got you, big dog.
So thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So thank you, babe. And I don't know if that was the right play to go to. If that, again, I'm still wishing her. Somebody, can I hear my?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Yeah, there was an echo there for some reason. I don't know what that was, but yeah.
I told you, nobody wins when you start outing people, especially when you do it for long periods of time. Like, you just got to do it and be done with it. But once you start dragging it and making it episodic, and like when you're pulling teeth, like you got to get in, get out. Like, you lose steam real fast because people care, but they don't really care. They care for the drama, but they don't really care about the story. And once you lose the audience, it's over.
I have a question. What did his abuse situation have to do with the business portion? Like, how was she connecting those two things?
That's so crazy, because I think that's where she started losing people. Because for one, she was speaking about financial abuse and manipulation.
Right.
And so you go through the essay with this person and saying, well, when you're abused, you start abusing other people. And I'm not sure people were able to draw those lines between, not only that idea, but also the reason for you exposing that and trying to make it correlate.
Like saying hurt people, and here's an example of why. And it's just like, yeah, nah, that you out of somebody, you talk somebody's business. Like, I get it, but
yeah,
I don't think that's tough.
I mean, when you're a certified crash out, you crash out, and you just start talking and telling and spieling and doing things, and which is why nobody wins when you do it. It's just, what do you get out of it?
She had it for a moment. She did
a good job, and then you're gone too far.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think at some point the listenership was like, all right, this is a lot now. In any case, I still wish Keita the best. Her, Randy. Oh, it started going crazy. Daj, Randy started doing her talks. Then Kitty started doing her talks. Then Keita talking about what Keita talking about. Then Randy talking about what Kitty. It was just like, oh God. And then it did feel like I was in mess. It felt like I was watching Real House. Yo, I can hear that.
Okay.
You hungry ass nigga.
I'm hungry, nigga. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't eat, bro.
Why do you always need to eat chips?
Sorry, bro. I'm eating a cookie.
Do you ever eat real things?
You got to mute your mic.
I do. I got shrimp and rice in the bag. I ain't want to pull that out.
Yo, I swear.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's never a day I'm around this kid that he doesn't have chips or some type of honey bun. Like, what's up, honey man? Bun.
Hey, when you start working at a high school, it's like you back in school. That's what happened. You getting that high school lunch now. A honey bun?
Yeah, he's lying. Why are you listening to him?
That's true. You're right. I knew better than that.
Well,
I'm never against you. I'm so sorry, friend.
Well, I do wish Keita and Kitty and Randy the best, and Ace, whatever's going on there. Hope y'all guys figure that out. Ben reached out to me of late. Matter of fact, before I get into that, we didn't record last week. Denzel and I were going through a thing last week while I was recording yesterday. Sorry. Well, in this instance, I think it makes sense that I use his regular name, but fine. While I was recording Hard or Soft last week, we lost the matriarch of our family. My grandmother passed away at 103 years old. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy because, you know, for me, I jump into protector mode. My mom, my aunts, the people like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go through grief the same way as everybody else. And I realized that because over time, I started feeling heavy. And I'm not sure if that's from being empathetic to people or if the grief actually started becoming real. I know, Ben, you've gone through some things in your family. I've watched you go through those things. Have you ever felt, when dealing with grief, angry and has it been a valid anger, or is it a thing that comes with grief?
It just comes with grief. It's not, nothing about it is valid. The anger comes from the lack of being able to say things to people that you want to say, the lack of, it's like the love can't go anywhere, so it turns to anger. Pretty much.
And what do you do with it?
I do my best to live. Just to be clear, I've lost both my parents in the last 5 years, along with various like father figures and friends, all in the last 5 years. So it's been rough, but I just do my best to live in their honor, as much as I can. Like, I know especially how my mom and my dad raised me and how they would want me to be living every day. And it wouldn't be to be sitting around angry or sad or all the other emotions that you go through eventually. Like when someone passes, you're going to go through every different level of emotion. It might not hit you right away. And it comes in waves. Like, it never goes away. That's why I tell people you get better at dealing with it, but it doesn't get any lighter. The load doesn't get lighter. You just get better at dealing with the load.
Mm-hmm. Dash, did you experience that during the moments where you lost somebody?
I think I leaned into anger a little bit more because I was so young when I started dealing with loss. I lost my mom when I was 15. And then I kind of lost my dad around the same time, only because like me and my relationship with my stepdad literally like withered away within that year. So it was like a whole thing that was going on. So I definitely leaned into anger more so than anything else because that was a comfort for me. It's easier to be angry than it is to actually deal with it. In my older years, because of how I did not process grief the right way, I don't know how to process grief at all. Like, I'm very awkward about it. Like, if somebody passes away, like, I'm the person that's probably going to say it in the most inappropriate way, like very haphazardly, because it's like, oh, this happened. And it's like, yo, you sound like you lack empathy. And I was like, I don't lack empathy, but this is just how I process grief at this stage, because I don't think I did a good job processing it when I first dealt with it when I was a kid. Like, I'd stopped going to grief counseling. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to do nothing. And I was a teenager. I was 15, 16 years old. I don't want to talk to none of you niggas. Fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, for me, I wouldn't say anger more so. I've dealt with a lot of death in my life, and for me, a lot of it came within this one particular year, most of it. So I've had to, it started out as anger, and when you have people who pass every 2 or 3 months that are pivotal in your life, including my father. After a while, I just became like, I guess, desensitized to it. So I don't even think I have the ability to feel, like the way that I should feel sometimes. And I know that sometimes it makes me feel guilty because I feel like I should be hurting more than I am, but I also don't know how to process the hurt, right? And for me,
Aquarius.
Yes, I'm Aquarius.
Yeah, y'all don't process y'all emotions well.
Yeah.
That's
So for me, I just really just try to like, I just try my best to just push forward in a positive way, because I understand that time is not guaranteed, right? So I just try to always move with good intention every day, because I know how easily stuff can be taken from us. And even myself too. I got hit by a car 2 years ago. Like, I thought I was dead for 2 seconds. Like, and if you never thought that you were dead at any point, that's the longest amount of time that, you know what I'm saying? Even no matter how small the time is, it's such a long amount of time when you think that, right? So yeah. So
that shit's tough. Man. Life is tough. Fuck, man.
So how did you think you were dead?
Bro, I was crossing the street, and the next thing I know, I'm on a cold, hard surface. It's pitch black. I thought it was over. I'll be honest with you. Be honest with the platform. Thought it was over. And the reason I got up and I was able to, like, you know, kind of understand what happened is because, like I said, I thought I was dead. So I got up, and the first thing on my mind was, damn, I got killed on my mom's birthday. That was the first thing that was on my mind. So
you said,
no, fuck out of here.
You said to yourself, I got killed on my mom's birthday.
Whatever the fuck you about to say, fuck out of here.
Yo, I don't even get. Yo,
while you was laying there, that's what you thought to yourself.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. Yeah. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Yeah.
Yo, yesterday, you know your cousin a piece of shit, right? Are you aware?
Listen, yeah, I don't even pay him no mind. Like, I don't even pay him attention. Like,
yo, like that's real family shit. Because the way I would have flipped this whole shit, what is wrong with you? What is your problem?
I just keep thinking about him laying there like, yo, I got killed.
You see, look. Listen, Dodge. Listen. This is why I'm not vulnerable on the platforms, because I'm only made a joke. You see what I try to be vulnerable? I try to share with the platform.
Because I'm not even playing with this nigga like that. This is fucking crazy.
Yo, I'm sorry.
And this is why you my fave. And this is exactly why. Because you
would be a terrible afterlife.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Instagram videos when something happens and next thing you know, you're looking around in the clouds and shit.
Yes. Yeah, bro. You know I was pissed, bro.
You was pissed?
I was pissed, bro.
No, I'm not even gonna hold you yesterday. There's some I have ruminating thoughts and I have a very vivid imagination. So I have literally had like these thoughts in my mind of how I would react in certain situations. And I swear to God, I feel like I know that if I'm aware that I'm living my last moments, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Like, you dead ass. Like, so
ain't no time to be mad.
Yo,
that's the worst time to be mad.
Listen. You have to remember. This you have to remember. I was crossing the street this way and the car turned, so it hit me in the back. So I never seen it coming. So you have to think. I'm thinking in my head.
You dead ass.
I'm like, yo, I'm walking. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get this and this. It's my mom's birthday. I'm about to get X, Y, and Z. And the next thing I know, my fucking boots is up in the air, and then it's just pitch black. I'm like, nah, I ain't get killed on my mom's birthday. Nah, bro. Nah, we not. Nah. Bro, so I got up. So when the guy hit me and he got out the car, I stood right up and I was just looking around like, he was like, yo, I'm sorry.
Yo, you better actually kill me.
Bro, that's what I thought. That's why I jumped up. And he was like, yo, like, lay down. I'm touching myself. I'm like, yo. I'm like, bro, I thought it was over. I thought it was done. I'm like, bro, I would have ruined my mother's birthday forever. Yes. Like, that was my first thought. Like, yo, like,
that's very selfless.
Yo, son. Like,
that's not selfish.
I gotta go in my sleep. I feel like if I'm even a second conscious, I'm gonna have the biggest fucking attitude. Like, this is some bullshit.
Well, yeah. So yeah, man. I've noticed over the course of the last week or so, I've been just getting mad for no reason, snapping. My communication hasn't been that well. My thoughts have been all over the place. I'm about to turn 50.
Nice.
In a couple weeks. And mortality has definitely been a thing that's on my mind. My purpose, wasting time has been on my mind a lot. Finishing things that I said I wanted to get done and moving with a certain sense of, I don't know what the word is, but like, I ain't got time no more. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of been like that in my mind a lot. I was having a conversation earlier today, and I realized that I started cursing more than I normally do. And it was
getting senile?
Why? Is that a thing that happens when you get old?
I mean, old men just don't bite their tongue.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessary. Like you just cursing for no reason. It's like, why you know what I mean? Why are you doing that? And I had to really like check myself, like, why are you communicating in that way? You know what I mean? Like that's not you. Urgency. I think that's the word. Yes, Kendra, moving with a sense of urgency. Shout out to the No Shame gang. They are here in the live with us, commenting. They all telling me to leave yesterday alone. Somebody did the classic Kevin Hart. Damn. Thanks. As I talking about mortality, I want to take a shot, but I guess I can't say nothing because yesterday thought he was unalived. And I was laughing.
You giggled the whole time, hat down, brim attached to the laptop. Like that's fucking crazy.
That shit wasn't funny, y'all. For real, that shit was funny.
I laughed. I can't lie. Sorry yesterday.
That's all.
But did you laugh? I was laughing.
I laughed honestly because it was such a morbid afterlife. You know what I mean? Like you wake up in darkness. You know what I mean? Like that's terrible. So that's why I laughed. Yeah.
That nigga was in the upside down, and y'all niggas is in here acting like that shit was funny.
Yeah, that shit would be terrible, nigga. Like shit, if I die, now you want to talk about mad? I die and wake up in the upside down. I'm mad as hell. Like,
son, there's a couple of scenarios when you gotta.
I really didn't. No. There's no way.
Like, what's something that y'all want to do? What's something that y'all want to make sure that you do before you pass?
We talking about bucket list now? This is some sad shit.
Just one thing. Like for me, if I die and I don't get to smoke weed again before I pass, I'm gonna be tight, bro. Because when I started this job, I know I quit, and I had to quit because of the job, and I've always been waiting to get to the moment where I could roll up in peace again and have my fun the way I want to. Like we've been smoking since we was kids. I've been smoking since I was kids, and I had to quit for almost 15 years now that I had to quit. And I'm like, I got 5 more years, and I can roll up.
5 more years.
I get in 19 years. I'm gonna be so tight. Like I always say that. Like say there was a missile coming over here. I'm gonna give me some weed. I need to roll up before this shit hit. I need to roll up before this shit hit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I got me a bag of weed in here somewhere that I could just tuck away. And this is my shelter weed. This is my bunker weed.
Bunker weed.
If anything happens, I get to roll up real quick. It's got to be a backwood. I don't want no paper plane. I don't want no swisher. I want a dark backwood.
About it is like when terrible shit is going on, you don't want to be high.
Speak for yourself. You've been high since I met you. You don't think you're not going to think about that.
Well, not when I was.
You're not going to think about it.
Were you high when you were locked up?
Yes.
Oh, see, I wasn't.
It's because you got locked up for weed.
No, yeah, because I couldn't get any. There was none available.
It was traumatizing for you. Tell the story about you getting locked up.
Tell the story. The moment I came home, I smoked weed like it was nothing else. It wasn't that traumatizing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you wasn't gonna. You got. Do you mind if I tell it?
No, I do mind.
Okay.
The game is to be sold, not to be told, brother. We can talk about a lot of other shit, but come on.
All right. Yeah. Well, speaking about mortality,
I thought we were talking about prison.
Wait. Matter of fact, I didn't tell you. I didn't get y'all one bucket list item. What's y'all one bucket?
I'm not giving you my bucket list, bro.
Just to not go to prison again.
Yes, it was that trauma.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The nigga said, long as I don't end up there, I'm good.
Long as I mean, I've been going through all kinds of traumatic shit, you know, and it's nothing is as bad as prison, you know, and yeah, so
no, bad. It wasn't that bad for me.
It wasn't that bad, but it was still prison, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm good. Like
worst thing about it was not getting no box.
That's one.
That was the worst thing for me. That was the worst thing. For me, it was literally not having no bitches. Pause.
It was boredom out of my mind for me. That was the real.
I read the most. That was my most.
Yeah, I read fucking too much, but it was still boring as fuck, nigga. It was fucking time moved at like a different speed, but that's a whole nother, you know.
You never had to, at least I was asking my mom to send me porn magazines.
No, I couldn't. Yeah, none of that was happening.
Like, yo, mom, bring me the latest Buttman. You can go to the bookstore on the corner of Flatbush and Bergen. They sell them in there. Make sure it's episode. Make sure.
I saw none of that while I was
No, yesterday, my nigga. Yes. The glasses was necessary so many minutes ago. Like,
I was trying to let them rock, bro.
Y'all act like I don't have this kind of relationship with my mother. I actually had to call my mother the other day and ask her for a topic for her to solve. I asked her, did men care about y'all having big butts when you were in your 20s? Because I wanted to know when this thing where butts became like such a big thing, and it was before
for black men.
You let him talk to your aunt like that?
Yeah, I called 3 of mine. I killed 2
for black men.
For the world.
For the world, it's different. For black men, it's always been a thing.
How do you know that?
Nigga, what?
How do you know that?
Because y'all 50.
Have you ever clapped cheeks?
Generations.
They've seen the evolution.
Get the fuck out
I don't know about you, fam, but the first time
nigga born in 1972 talking about how did you know? Nigga
seen the first ass. The first ass ever. Nigga seen it. Like, oh nah, I remember that. I remember when that came out.
I don't know about you, bro, but I learned the difference immediately after, you know.
Like, what the fuck?
One of them wars, something happened.
Actually, there's a whole story to when it became a big thing, because for a while it was looked at with a certain sense of degradation.
Yeah, but that goes back to slavery, etc. And then J-Lo made it popular for white women because J-Lo's the, you know, closest to white, and so because of that, they were like, okay, I can have a fat ass too now. But yeah, black men, bro, come on.
I'm leaving alone. In any case, yes, I spoke to my mother. I spoke to 2 of my aunts, and one of my aunts. Remember, we had her on the show, on Inez Barron.
You asked the city councilman's wife about asses for your show?
She's my aunt.
Bro,
what, you can't speak to your aunt about that because she's a councilwoman.
Hold on. You had Aunt Inez on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Also Shameless? Yeah. A minute ago.
Yeah.
A minute ago.
All right, that's peace.
Yeah.
So, shout out Aunt Inez too.
All right. Let's discuss. There was a lot to discuss, but y'all not taking shit seriously this week. It's fine.
Nigga, you was laughing at your cousin near-death experience, and we the fucking problem?
Because he said I got killed when he thought he was dead. That's mad funny to me. That's mad funny. Like that saying I got killed when you think you dead is mad funny to me. I don't know why. I'm sorry. That
shit is hilarious. Trust me. I'm not even lying. That shit was fucking hilarious.
That's why I'm sorry. That shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder if Drake said that to himself. I wonder if Drake said, "Man, I got killed." That's crazy. Yesterday, do you think he's had that realization yet? Like,
when you had to sue a nigga, you had that realization.
Smoked, yo. I dead got smoked. You think he said that to himself?
Bruh, he had no recourse. No, on stage the other night he said I never got killed.
You're asking me, do I think he
I'm asking you,
do I think that he thinks that?
Has he ever had that realization? Like, because if I get beat up, I know I got beat up. I'm able to say I got beat up.
Yeah.
You don't think he said that to himself?
That he's gotten beat up. I feel like, did he say that he lost? Yeah. Did he say that? Is he dead? What evidence do we have to show that he's dead? Show point it out to me.
He wore a shirt with mad bullet holes in it with smoke coming out the back.
This man released like 10 songs last year. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, he released like 10 joints last year and none of them popped.
I mean, they all sitting at 100 million right now stream. So I mean, I don't know what the definition of popped is, but they're all performing.
That's like long term, whatever. Like Drake is not like gonna be erased from culture, but like I said to somebody else today, when was his last hit? It was probably God's Plan, and that was like 7 years ago.
That's a mega hit. Solo hit.
Yep.
His last, define hit for me before I answer that.
I'm talking about hit. Like, I'm talking about number one, record. Like, big, like everybody knows it record. Like most of Drake's big record. Okay, not even number one. I'm talking about when, like, as it says DJ, like when you playing his shit at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, when Funk Flex is dropping bombs on it. Like, I'm not talking about sexy baby daddy, what a rich baby daddy type shit. Cause that's just, that's him like glomming on to Sexy Red, hoping for relevance.
Wait,
let's talk about like
wow.
Everybody, hold on. Everybody relax.
Yeah, this is how it goes. Like, that's how it goes for most artists. They get old and they find a young artist to, vampire. Jay-Z did it best, for years. Drake, Kanye did it for years. Drake is now doing it with who he released an album with on Friday, Party Next Door. Like, he had like he came out with Party Next Door, like they've been in the same era or some shit. No,
he brought Party Next Door to. Hold on.
I'm a Drake fanatic, bro, but this is just the facts.
Yo, yesterday you gotta speak, bro.
Because I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. I like you, Ben. I like you.
Look, bro, I love,
but
Drake,
I can't
from day one.
Hold on.
But from day one, like I told somebody else,
just gonna let him smoke you like that yesterday.
From day one, like I told somebody else today,
he's just talking a lot. He's
weirdo.
Not cooking, though.
From day one, he's been a weirdo, and I've loved him for being a weirdo. But the signs
when you finish, let me know.
There. Go ahead.
All right. First things first. The fact that you said that he's leeching off a Sexy Red, I'm off the boat, buddy. Sexy Red, none of Sexy Red's music has performed in any fashionable way. So to say that he's leeching off of her, but also too, let's really understand what's going on. We can obviously see him and Larry Jackson. And that's a him and Larry Jackson thing. So to say that he's leeching off of somebody that he's putting in the game away from UNG and away from the 3 major labels, that's just funny. And again, her music doesn't perform that well to say that anybody's leeching off of her. Now, she's popular online. She's popular with the socials. But leeching off Sexy Red?
Bro, all right, I just got to stop you right there.
Come on, man.
I was at Radio City Music Hall last year watching what's his name, Michael Che, and
I like her too. I
was at Radio City Music Hall watching Michael Che and the White Boy perform, and a bunch of comedians came out before them. One of them came out and saying,
"I'm looking in love with him."
Yeah.
Who's the
White
White
Boy? Out and saying the booty hole brown, whatever line. Everyone in there. I don't know what clubs you went to last year, but they was ran by Sexy Red. End of fucking story. Before Drake ever knew about her. Like, she was running shit. It's not something I like to hear, but that's what happened.
No, you're correct. But what I'm talking about the performance of it. I'm talking about in the culture, us right here. I went to Broccoli Fest 2 years ago when she first was getting popular. that shit, she didn't even perform, and that was like one of the most litest times of the thing. So trust me, 2 years ago, before this, you know what I'm saying? So
where was she at?
This is what I'm saying. So
2024.
But her music hasn't performed though. We're talking about musical performance. There's culture. There's culture that's in the club. Then there's performance. When you're doing this is the music business. The music has to perform. So it can be in the club. It can be on TikTok. If the shit is not selling, we got
nobody's rare artist who sells records these days.
That's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of artists who sell records. We gotta be factual when we're saying these things. A lot of artists don't sell records because they don't have the fan base to sell records. The artists who have this fan base to sell records. It's just that simple.
Do you think that someone like Griselda is selling records? Do you think Griselda has a bigger impact on the culture than Sexy Red?
No,
I wouldn't say that. But,
then you think she's selling more records?
But their music performs better. Their music performs better over time. But that's my point. They're not, the impact in the club scene, in the social scene is not as high as Sexy Red's, but their music catalog performs better over time than hers.
Yeah, because her music is throwaway junk. But at the
same
time,
we got him.
That's okay, but that's we got him. Hold on, that's beside the point, bro. That's hold up. No, that you ain't got shit there. That's beside the point.
We got him.
That's absolutely beside the point. And Griselda, somebody say Griselda has more impact than her. How? Griselda is basically doing like. It's doing anyway. Yeah, no. Like having her music be trash doesn't mean anything to the like Drake has put out a lot of trash. If we want to go there, you know what I mean. But does that have to do with his impact? No. A lot of people put out garbage music. That doesn't have anything to do with their impact on the culture. You know, the culture has been impacted by a lot of garbage music. And Griselda to me is like just regurgitating a lot of other stuff. You know, rock, if you want to go there, Rock Marciano is the biggest impact on the culture. In the story. You know, but no, most people don't even know him because of that. You know what I mean? Madlib, whose house is burned down, is one of the biggest impacts on the culture, but most people don't even know him. More people know Sexy Red. This is beside the point. Let's get back to Drake and this whole, you know what I mean, Kendrick shit, because you want to talk about impact.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me I know you're a Kendrick fan.
I want to know. I have one question.
I'm a Drake fan just as much though. Like this is what you know. Like don't get it twisted, bro. I go back to So Far Gone. Like I'm a DJ. I was in DC when that shit dropped. Had a blog. I put Drake on like to people in position, you know, like where he like moved quickly. You know what I mean? I was one of them. I was doing the same with Kendrick because I loved them both. You know, Combat Chat Show. Like that's where I come from. You know what I mean? This is what I was doing. So it's like I thought both of them were incredible artists.
Ben is one of the first people to tell me about Kendrick.
And probably Drake.
Mad Fast. He was doing them freestyles and he was in the mixtape.
High Power, you know what I mean?
And I was like, yo, this nigga, he could spit, but I wasn't sure that he was going to be able to do nothing with it.
Combat
he could spit. How long was he behind the scenes?
I first heard about him in like 09, 08 is when he first started.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
About 07. I remember he did that tour with Tech Nine early on.
Yeah, I know he had shit before I heard about him because like my man put me on to him like, yo, you got when he had what's the song? I do bitch, I do it, and that's when I first heard about him. When I heard that joint.
Let's get to the real thing. Y'all already know what we got to talk about. First of all, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagle. They ate.
Fly.
Them boys ate bad. I ain't seen an ass whipping like that since Euphoria.
Since the pop out.
This Euphoria is fucking crazy.
So I guess yesterday is like a Drake fan where he thinks he won or didn't lose.
I have not seen an ass whipping like they was on Mahomes' ass. They did their thing, boy. And shout out to Barkley for being able to bring home a trophy. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Shout out to what's the light skinned Jesus dude that all the women like now? What's his name? Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Diamonds.
But good Lord, they kicked their ass. But the halftime show is something that was widely spoken about. A lot of people are saying that Drake dropped this whole lawsuit to stop the halftime show or to stop him from performing Not Like Us at the halftime show. Right? A lot of people were talking about, they were talking about whether he was going to do it. Oh, he's not going to do it. And boy, did he do it. Boy, did he do it. Dash, did you watch the performance?
Sure did. I watched the performance and the whole game.
What did you think about the performance?
I absolutely loved it.
Why? What did you love about it?
I love symbolism. I love things that are deeper than what is just on surface. I won't say that it was the best halftime show that I've ever seen, because no, I think that if we're talking about pure entertainment, like Beyonce Bowl was more entertaining, but I thought it was art, if that makes sense. I'm certain things that happened were not lost upon me. Like having these Black men dressed up as the American flag while singing "Be Humble" at the same time. Like, sit down, little bitch, be humble. Like, we built this shit on our backs type shit. Like, when you really like break it down and you look at it as a piece of art and several pieces of art in the midst of Black History Month, in the midst of, performing this in front of that president, man, y'all president or whatever. Like, I just thought it was like super Black. It was like so fucking Black. Like the niggas in the do-rags, just like the dancing, the cars, the everything. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed myself watching it. I enjoyed it. But I will also say,
go ahead, finish that.
I will also say, I'm so done with rappers doing halftime shows. Like, it just don't hit the same. Rappers are not high level performers. Without the theatrics and the dancing and the lights, it falls fucking flat.
All right, hold that thought. Hold that thought. I don't want to go that far yet because we can get there. But yes, yesterday you were shaking your head. Why?
No. My neck was hurting. My neck was hurting. It was all good.
My neck was hurting.
Yeah, it's a little tired. Halftime show. I thought it was cool, man. Like, I'm not like, it was cool. I'm not about to sit here and lie and be like, oh, this is the worst shit I ever seen. No, I feel like it was cool. He did Peekaboo. I like that record by him a lot. I love that record by him, Peekaboo with AZ. He did that. I was very surprised to hear that. So that was cool. I mean, it wasn't like all of this. Like, I don't think it was better than Prince, Mike. Like, I don't think it's better than the great ones that we've had. No, not anywhere close. But I mean, it was cool. I feel like I think we can all say that this was his biggest moment, probably. I think we could agree to say that this was maybe his biggest moment.
I would say that his Amazon concert was more entertaining than the halftime show.
No, I just mean it was his biggest as far as like wide-reaching type.
It seems to be so far. I don't know what the pop out numbers, but the pop out was never really released like that.
Yeah, it was Amazon
legally. Yeah, so
I think the fact that this was his biggest moment, and his biggest moment was about Drake. Oh, I feel like that was a win.
Wow,
that was a W for the Owls.
Hilarious.
So, I felt good. I watched it. I was happy when I finished watching the show. I was actually happy. Like,
I didn't know people already existed.
Right? No, why were you happy?
Oh shit!
Pull your camera.
I didn't know. Hold up.
No, just leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there.
I honestly.
Why were you happy yesterday? Why were you happy?
And then, go ahead.
No, I was happy because I'm like, wow, like, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. Your biggest moment, and it's about Drake. Can't be mad.
DJ Ben Hameen, you called me. You said you wanted to discuss this moment. Leave it there.
Well, it's mad close.
Nigga, don't listen. Well, you called me. You said you wanted to speak about this Super Bowl performance. What exactly were your thoughts about it? How do you feel about it? And do you think that this is a dagger in the dead body of Aubrey Graham.
I saw somebody call him Lawbury today. I thought that was great. I'm sorry. Okay, in reverse order, I don't know if Drake will ever come back the way he was, but as we said earlier, his last big solo hit to me is God's Plan. So it's like that's been so long ago anyway, before this all started. And then you turn around and, you know, you get your ass beat and then you sue somebody. It's like, this is unprecedented in hip hop history. So it's like, who knows what'll happen at this point? But it's all bad. You know, it's been like L after L. To consider somebody, like, I couldn't imagine saying if Ice Cube did the Super Bowl and dropped No Vaseline, that would be NWA's biggest moment. Like, I can't imagine, you know, Common coming out and doing the Bitchin' You and that being Ice Cube's biggest moment. I can't imagine Wanksta being dropped anywhere and that's Ja Rule's biggest moment, because it wasn't. It was his worst moment. You know, I was there in real time when it happened, and it was really bad. I saw Ja Rule's chain almost get snatched. Back to this. I agree with Dodge that it was not as entertaining as a Beyonce or as a Prince or as a Michael Jackson, but beyond a Prince or a Michael, and even with them, and I think Prince is my favorite, you know, Super Bowl performance. I think this was like the illest shit I've ever seen on a stage this large. And because it is like a man going up there refusing to coon for the whites, you know, on any level. Like I saw someone, the company man, I really like dude's videos. He was talking about he wished he'd done all right. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, yeah, that would have been cool, but fuck that, because we're not all right. You know, shit is not, you know, good out here. Like, for him to go up there and just do 15 minutes of fuck you bars, like, you know what I mean? You either get it or you don't. And I've been like seeing a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine, man, you know, it should have been this guy, it should have been that guy, you know, and it's like, no, it shouldn't have been. Like, one, like, or he should have done those type of hits. Kendrick should have brought out Wayne for that song. No. And Cash, no, they shouldn't have. No, they fucking shouldn't have. What the fuck are Cash Money but be some old men? And I'm from Houston, Texas. I grew up in the South. Don't talk to me about New Orleans and Cash Money music. Like, it wasn't the time for that. We have a motherfucking president right now and a Congress and a vice president on the same day, on Sunday, tweeting about how the president should ignore the judicial system. He should ignore the Supreme Court. He should do whatever the fuck he wants. It is once again unprecedented in American history, and it is some of the most ill fascist type movements you ever have. So you want back that ass up on the same day?
Niggas want to kick Drake back in.
And, nigga, yes, because we got music to pacify him. Yes, you need his back kicked in. All them niggas need their back kicked in. Drake ain't said shit his whole career, and this is how it goes. Like, come on, fam. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, bruh, you know, like, it's like, no, it was brilliant to me. You know, long story short, all the subliminals in it have been broken down. The prison yard, the swastikas, you know what I mean? All that shit is crazy. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, but like, man.
The Samuel Jackson.
Come on, fam. Like, play this game, Drake. Like, I mean, not Drake, Kendrick. Like, you know, do you know how to play it? Like, that shit was so ill. Like, it's a storytelling, you know, it's like taking that stage and doing that with it. Come on.
I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I want to say I disagree with y'all. Now, I do not disagree with y'all. Let me finish. Because I think that I thought that the artistry, the creativity was amazing. The reason I disagree with y'all is because the Super Bowl, although it is a great stage and it is a big stage moment, and I understand the reason that a person would want to make that type of statement. So I get that. But I also think that it's also about the performance vibe. Like, and I get that he said bunk that. I get that he said, you know, fuck y'all experience, fuck all the white people and the fans. I get all that in the state. I get all that.
Love it.
And so I understand why black people, especially the blackity black, the people that went over the blue sky, I understand that. I understand why all of y'all that stand on business.
I just tweet all three. I put my post
right.
on all of them.
I understand why all of the people that stand on business about black people in the black experience. I'm echoing again. I think it's Dodge. Really celebrated this moment. I also understand why yesterday was like, yo, he did all of this to kick back Drake's back in. And Ben, you agreed with it. You agreed with it.
No, I know. No, I didn't know. I didn't. No, hold up.
You said yes.
No. I said that this was his, like, he said he made his biggest moment about Drake. I said that dropping a diss song about someone doesn't make that about them. It makes it about you. Like I said, if Ice Cube does No Vaseline, that's not NWA's biggest moment. That has no connection to them other than them getting the kid they facing. And besides that, it's like what I also said is any other artist would have gone up there and done Not Like This and Not Like Us and a bunch of their hits. You know what I mean? But he didn't choose to do that. He chose to put on a performance that will stand the test of time. That's now the largest over Michael Jackson, which had stood that record up until Kendrick's. Now surpassed by him.
The Drake effect.
The YouTube views.
The Drake effect. The Drake stimulus package.
The Drake can't give the stimulus package to himself. Pause.
I don't believe that.
Wishes.
Drake has not dropped a project since all of this. He has not even dropped an official song since.
He hasn't dropped. Yes,
he has not. He has. You're saying a bunch of things.
Wait, hold up. He hasn't dropped official
you
songs.
Hold up. I listen to everything. I've been listening. Wow. I've been paying attention to what you're saying. Wow. You use a bunch of things that don't actually have merit. You're saying he dropped 10 songs last year.
Yep.
None of the 10 songs he dropped last year were actual projects. None of them. Not one song were actual projects. Not one of them.
Green light, red light song, like somebody said in the comments. If any of those joints had popped, because I tried to play them because I liked a bunch of them. I liked. I actually made a remix to one of them. Can't remember the name of it, but like if any of them joints had popped, you think he wouldn't have? You think he wouldn't have? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because that shit didn't pop for even when I made the remix, it didn't pop. Like you think that if it had, he would have like not turned it official. You think Hotline Bling? I remember when Hotline Bling first dropped and it said it was a remix to the song that it stole, but then they changed that up real quick.
I like the cha-cha.
Yeah, thank you. When Hotline Bling first dropped, the MP3 that came out said cha-cha remix.
No,
but then they were like, oh no.
I personally think, and this is where I was going with this, that this Super Bowl performance was actually a slight win for Drake.
I mean, he better hope because he ain't had none.
The reason why I think it was a slight win for Drake is because he's already dead.
Well, there we go.
He's already dead. This didn't kill him anymore. This didn't put him in the coffin. This didn't do anything that the last 8-9 months of listening to Not Like Us every 3 minutes on Hot 97 and anywhere else did. It's already done. And so to try to use this moment and those little pieces where he was using this moment, right? Those little pieces where he was using this moment, I don't think they did anything to hurt Drake any more than he's already been hurt. I think the people who support Kendrick and the anti-Drake people and all of them, they got what they wanted, but they already didn't like him. For years, when I was like Certified Lover Boy, when I liked For All of the Dogs, when I liked Scorpion, the same people ain't like him that whole time. I love those albums.
I don't.
Me personally, I love those albums. So I don't see any real detractors. And I never got out of them 10 songs any of the things that makes Drake Drake. The one things that you said, oh, he dropped all of those, they ain't go nowhere. It was the No Face. It was a bunch of songs and none of them was really hits like that in the Drake, the things that make Drake Drake. So I don't think, and somebody said this comment earlier and I didn't post it, because Drake makes music for the women, I believe he can come back. When he drops those songs, Drake will still be Drake. And the Super Bowl did nothing to stop that.
I didn't think the Super Bowl was for that. I think that's a wild.
And that's
take.
why I think it was a slight win for Drake.
Well, that's fine if you think that, but it's a much bigger win for Kendrick. He's now on pace to sell 230,000 copies of his latest album this year. I mean, this week. It's about to go back to number one.
Right. And Drake has now been the first, and Drake is the first artist of 2025 to reach a billion streams or 100 something on Spotify.
Like, that's the thing. Drake is not dead.
Not stopped anything.
He is this man is he had an unprecedented run. He was number one for 15 years. It never happens like that. You know what I mean? Nobody, not Jay, nobody has been on this like level that he has. So there's nothing you can really do to take him away. It's the same way that right now at every wedding I DJ, I play some Ja Rule. You know what I mean? All those hits will never go away. No matter what 50 does, no matter what anyone does. All those hits Drake had will never go away. Now, will Drake have a hit like even best? I mean, go back to best I ever had. Go back to any one of the ones that you really want to talk about again. I don't think so.
I hate Best I Ever Had, by the way. One of the worst songs he ever made. To me.
All right. Well, I mean, Sooner Than Later off that first album is like, one of the greatest songs ever written.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Will he ever have stuff like that again? I don't know. It feels like Kanye to me right now. Like,
I don't see you as a real Drake head like that. I think you can appreciate his music, but I don't see you listening to Drake like that. I see you listening to Kendrick like that.
You're bugging, bro. You're bugging.
I don't see you listening to Drake.
Literally put Young Guru on the Drake. Like, literally put Young Guru on the Drake. When Young Guru called me up one day and asked me, yo, what are you listening to this week? Sorry to name drop everybody. I was like, all I'm listening to is So Far Gone. That's all I listened to. And then I went back to the Man of the Year joint
years ago.
Bro, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's
and you were in college.
Let me finish. Hold up. I wish. You know what I mean? Yeah. It goes back. It goes back to the same thing like I said about Kanye. At one point, I could name every Kanye song. I love every Kanye album. And then it started becoming like, this nigga can't rap no more. You know what I mean? And Drake, it's become like it sounds the same over and over again.
And that's all I need. That's all Drake fans need.
A lot of people don't.
That's all Drake fans need. And those are the ones.
Yeah, they'll always be there.
They will always
be there. Just like Ja Rule still has fans who will always be there. But like I said, will he ever?
I'm a Ja Rule fan.
Yeah, will he ever hit that shit like he used to?
Somebody said, who's going to listen to a Drake album now? Who's going to collab with him now? Even if they're on his side. I just seen Drake do a
Party Next Door.
Shinsia.
That shit gonna be fire.
Right?
I'm hoping
I just seen
that
there's a song out with Shinsia. There's we are using like a real microscope to view everything, and y'all gotta back the fuck up. It's still Drake. Like, he's still Drake. And I don't like a lot of the moves he made, but he is still Drake. Y'all gotta relax. The stimulus package helps Kendrick. If Kendrick went this far, it's
like major relevance is over. He's 37,
if Kendrick was talking about Mad Lib, it wouldn't have went this far. I don't care how much culturally relevant you think he is.
It wouldn't
if Kendrick was talking about anybody else, it wouldn't have went this far. I don't give a fuck how culturally relevant you think they are.
If Kendrick had to smoke that nigga, backwards and forwards, it wouldn't have went this far. But it did.
Stimulus package for this.
Meek Mill tried it and got smoked. You know what I I mean? Kendrick did it.
Mill was never Kendrick or Drake. He wasn't.
Shit. He was. I mean, he could have been if he'd done that right, but he didn't.
I don't still believe that he would have did that.
I do.
We saw
Pusha T did it.
There we go.
Can somebody explain? Because Pusha T still where Pusha T was at before that. He ain't go nowhere. That didn't move. He did a couple things.
He never made that type of music. Kendrick surprised everyone and made Not Like Us. And made a hit.
Well, okay, let me ask you.
And danced on that nigga's grave.
He had SZA on this. Can somebody explain the relationship between SZA, Drake, and Kendrick? Because I'm confused. She was just on Drake's album a bunch of times. Now she's on Kendrick's album a bunch of times. She was just with Drake during the beef.
I mean,
then she runs over to the pop out.
What does that have to do with him dancing on his grave?
I'm trying to understand.
There's a lot of excuses being made for this man.
Like, what are the excuses? What did I say? I'm asking a question.
Well, I mean, first it's like, that was his major moment, and now it's like
that's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, but you see, that's the thing. You know why we don't even have to have this?
The hearty laugh is killing me.
Put up that.
No.
He just has
the hearty
to get his
laugh
outside the U.S. now.
I like the hearty laugh because ultimately, what the Kendrick fans have to remember is y'all have to perform again.
You got to stop doing that.
And
this
again,
is not a Democrat versus Republican.
Please,
Kendrick fans. You can't. That's
you
wrong.
Gotta.
Ben, please,
bro.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish, and then I'll say that.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm saying y'all have to perform again and again and again. This is cool. Y'all got this moment. You danced on Drake's grave. Drake is done. But you have to continue to perform and perform and perform and perform. If we're going back in time, let's remember I'm sorry, what's that? Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. That was Kendrick's worst project. That was his worst performing project, worst received project. So he's coming off of his work, his most down in his career. So you're saying it like, oh, like he's not proving that he's performed time after time after time after time after time after time after time. He's only put out 5 albums. We're talking about people who have 10, 15 projects here. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
all right, bro. All right.
Come on, bro. You're talking about a guy that has 5 projects, bro. We're talking about
from the era of
projects.
Okay. Are you done? Can I come from the era of Tribe Called Quest,
almost 20 years.
Hold on, let me finish. I come from the era of De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Starface, whoever you want to name, Outkast. People who put out a project every 3-4 years. That's where I come from. So I really don't give a shit about that. I also come from niggas who put out 1, 2, 3, 5 classic albums, right? And so that's all that matters. Kendrick put out Good Kid, Mad City, classic. Oh, well, let's go back before that. Section 80, classic. Let's go back before. Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm a Section 80. Like Section 80 and the way it connects to Good Kid, Mad City is fucking insane level of writing. It's a fucking classic, whether you want to admit it or not. That's like people not saying So Far Gone is a classic. Because So Far Gone is a classic. That's the other thing. You have to understand. People are not Drake and Kendrick fans. It's like I wasn't a 50 Cent or Ja Rule fan. It's like I wasn't an Ice Cube or NWA fan. I'm a fan of hip hop and of music, bro. I'm a DJ.
I love that.
Don't. That's so annoying, bro. That's so silly talk. All right.
I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference.
Let me finish.
Nigga, you ain't let nobody finish since you came on here. You've been on everybody's ass.
Did I not?
You're ad-libbing and laughing over everybody that speaks. Now I can't even speak on my own show.
Bro. Okay, I'll let everyone talk. Say whatever you
thank
want.
You. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Go ahead. Say whatever you want.
I'm gonna
mute myself.
I think this is different. Because none of the other beefs or battles became cultural. I think the idea that Kendrick spoke to Black people and the Black American experience and highlighted that. I think the idea that he made him a sexual offender, that he basically highlighted the fact, the idea that he might be a sexual offender. I think when you bring up things like that, you're pushing power in a certain direction. I think that the things that Kendrick has done has definitely made this a different type of battle than we've ever seen before. Okay, so we can't compare Kendrick and Drake to 50 and Ja Rule. I don't think that that's a fair comparison, though, because like you said, that was just hip hop. Now it's become a lot bigger than that when it comes to this, and it gives the Kendrick supporters reasons to hate the opposition, hate him. Just because 50 didn't like Ja Rule didn't mean nobody hated Ja Rule. Nothing that he said actually was like, oh, what? Y'all, Josh, you're putting
that's a little revisionist. Like, I think that we are changing. Niggas really
I was at Love Nightclub. I was
like Ja Rule was fucking dead. Like, for real. Like
not in this way.
Niggas was out there calling this nigga by his fucking name. They was called Jeffrey Atkins. Like, they
didn't hate him. They were laughing at him.
And that nigga did not make many more hits after.
They tried to snatch his chain off his neck at Love Nightclub in the middle of his show while chanting DMX. DMX wasn't even on the list, but they were just saying he was, stop trying to fake like that's who you are. It was bad. It was bad.
Complete difference in the way that we have to look at these things, but y'all could.
This is much bigger. Can I talk? Can I?
I mean, I was going, but go ahead. Since
I'm gonna let you finish, bro. I'm gonna let you say whatever you want to say.
You're allowed.
No, go ahead, Ben.
Nope, you're allowed.
I personally think that this is different because it became a cultural thing. I think the Jewish black thing became a thing. I think the black, yes, because Drake is Jewish and black. I think that became a thing. I think that the way that Kendrick went about this was extremely and I was listening to some breakdowns of what they were talking about push-ups did and Drake taunting Kendrick and the whole nah you gotta come out now and you know man, oh he's scared and
that was
all of this talk, bro. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing because the way Drake went about it and the way Kendrick went about it was so different. And yes, it's extremely career damaging. I do believe it's career damaging for sure. But I do not believe that Drake is dead. I still believe that his fans are gonna fuck with him. I was listening to Drake all day today. At a moment, I was like, this shit don't hit the same. And then I was listening to Jaded, and he was like, you're old enough, but you're still a baby. And I was like, damn, you ain't supposed to say that. Like, so it's there, and I wonder.
I really don't know what side you're on, Tahoe. I gotta say
I'm just listen.
You really seem to be digging this man's grave even more.
I'm being objective. Okay. I don't have to be on anybody's side in this, right?
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Objectively, I think this is the first battle that you can compare to Ja Rule versus 50. And when it first started, right? When Not Like Us really came out. First of all, I thought Drake lost when he sampled Tupac. That was my first tweet. When he did that Tupac shit, I was like, yo, that man lost. You know what I mean? That was just egregious, dumb. It was just a bad move in a battle right there. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, it's over. I didn't know what was to come after that. But that was it for me. You know what I mean? But back to the real of it. When Ja Rule was at the top, 50 knocked him the fuck off. It was something that was, once again, we'd never seen before. Like, as a DJ, I was playing nothing but Ja Rule. Huh?
I never believed that Ja Rule was at the top.
Okay, well, as a DJ, I was playing nothing but Ja Rule, but at the same time, Ja Rule was doing the same thing that Drake is doing. The Grease video had come out. He started slipping, right? He had nothing but #1 smashes for years, for like 3-4 years, whatever it was, and then he started slipping. And then 50 came in with Wanksta, and it was a problem. And then motherfucking In the Club came out, and it was a wrap. And it became where we stopped playing Ja Rule, and all we played was 50. And that's how it was. So when this happened, I was like, yo, this is different because, one, Kendrick is like, my man yesterday was talking about performing. Kendrick is not looking for that. He's not trying to have another smash, like Not Like Us, etc., like that. That's not how he's ever moved. Why would he? Why would he start now? You know what I mean? He's just trying to make dance records now for bitches to dance to and shit. Like, that's not what he wants, bro. He's never done that. I don't know why. It's like, that's why when he went up to the Super Bowl, it's funny to me. It's like people are like criticizing him and shit, but it's like, if Rakim had gone up there and done his shit, that's where the lane that Kendrick is in. You know what I mean? He's like a lyricist. He ain't one of these niggas who's up there to make you dance and shit. He never has been, never will. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. but back to this. It's like, I'm done. It's like, lose.
Yesterday you look hurt. Are you okay?
Yeah, because I don't get that. Like, this man took a vicious whooping.
He definitely took a vicious.
Yeah, I agree. He took a whooping.
I definitely agree. Apple Music wound up tweeting out, Not Like Us. I was so confused.
Do you think Drake could ever show up at the Grammys again? I mean, to show up.
Why wouldn't he be able to show up at the Grammys?
He said that he wasn't going to the Grammys for years. He's been booted at the Grammys. Why would he do that?
All right.
He went to the Grammys, and when he got his Grammy, he said,
"Fuck." He got his Grammy and said, "Fuck y'all. This shit don't mean nothing."
Like that was So what are you saying? That Drake?
I'll say that's what I'm saying. No, my main question is: do you think that Drake, besides being like both of y'all seem to be stands, right? Like I'm talking about like
why do I have to be stands because we don't agree with
you? Literally just said confused about whose side I'm on, and now you're calling me a stand.
No,
you seem to be a stand
because you're not agreeing with him.
Actually, the one who looks to be a stand.
I'm talking about musically. I'm not talking about like I'm just talking about like y'all love every album he's put out.
No, I don't.
Okay, I haven't either. But what I'm saying is, do you think that he'll ever get back to the level of Take Care?
Y'all have been saying that since Take Care. All of the albums since Take Care, y'all been saying that. Kendrick ain't had nothing to do with that. Y'all been saying
no,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I've loved all the albums since then. I don't need y'all to say, "Oh, Kendrick did this for." When this nigga dropped this album on Friday after I go to my
that's what I keep saying, bro. It had nothing to do with Kendrick. Drake's slippage has nothing to do with Kendrick. Kendrick just came on at the right time, just like Ja Rule's slippage had nothing to do with 50. He just came along at the right time and hit that nigga in his face.
I don't agree.
All right. Well, I mean, the public does.
Question. I have a question, Ben.
Yep.
Do you still think Kendrick gonna be on top next year this time?
Nah.
Oh God.
Nah. What do you consider top though? Like as far as like creating classic music? Yes.
Is he gonna be he's the number one rapper right now, right?
I don't think he's concerned with that. Like, you mean talk about like sales and shit like that? No. I don't think he's concerned with that.
So the guy that released his vinyl albums after his Super Bowl performance so that he could sell 230,000 months after his album came out initially, he doesn't care about sales? That's what you're telling me?
You think he's going to put out another album that's going to sell like this next year?
He's going to put another album out this year. No, he's going to put an album out this year and it's going to sell. Yes, I'm telling you something for a fact. That's going to happen. He's going to come out this year. He's going to do what he did, 3 something. Yeah. He's going to do that. About that, maybe really 4. Yeah.
Y'all a big hippity hop in here. Let's get.
Yeah, I don't really care about. I've never. All right, one. I don't come from an era where I care about numbers. I care about do I like the album or not. You know what I mean? That's like, bro. I don't know how old you are yesterday, but we definitely come from different eras. Like, you know what I mean? I've never in my life thought about what a nigga sold. That's never been something.
All right, can we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
This was an incredibly crazy.
Sorry.
Yo, Dodge is taking me out, yo.
Niggas come from like it's so weird now. He sold this much. So did MC Hammer. Like, you know. Vanilla Ice, you know what I mean? Sold a lot of records. Master P, you know, is moving them units, boy. You know, Nelly.
I'm doing. I'm just sitting in my business.
All right, let's keep going, Tyler.
This was a crash. I feel like Kendrick crashed out. I don't know if Kendrick crashed out or if Drake crashed out. I'm wondering like who actually crashed out more. And it made me think. We was talking about this in one of my chats, and when we're thinking about wartime, right? Kendrick really went wartime. He went crazy. I'm sorry, yesterday he went crazy, bro. And in that week that he dropped that shit, he went crazy. And to the point where it changed the landscape of hip hop for the year. Literally, like that week went nuts, right? The effect of that crash out was crazy. What country, and I just wanted to know that because I know Dodge is big with history. Ben, I know he's big with Black history. I'm not sure whether he's a historian or not. And yesterday, I know you're very versed in a lot of school shit as well. Me, I don't know much. I watch movies and shit. So I want to ask y'all, what country do y'all think had the biggest war crash out moment?
America, nigga. We the best.
Yeah. What moment was that, Ben?
The Civil War got to be up there, bro. Yeah, you got to turn around and kill half your own country.
It got to be top 5. It has to be in the top 5.
Dead ass.
Automatically.
That's got to be up there. Like
that's crazy.
Never back from that.
Rwanda.
They never back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could go into like them, like the Mao, the killing fields and Mao. Them, I mean, there's like slaughters all over around the world. You know what I mean?
You said Rwanda yesterday?
Yeah, Rwanda is disturbing.
I said that in my head. That was the first one that popped up. And then you said nigga America, and that shit sent me. I was thinking maybe Rwanda. Definitely the Civil War is up there.
But all of that is our fault. You name
the
any
Vietnam War was nasty too.
You name any major, you name Rwanda, that's our fault too.
What about Hiroshima?
You can also talk Hiroshima.
Yeah,
our fault.
That's a crash out moment. Y'all are talking about like
that
war.
Is.
That's a crash out moment. Like
you know about one moment. Oh, that's Hiroshima. Hiroshima got to be top.
That's it by far.
Gotta be top. Yeah.
One moment of a fucking crash out that really
there was no need, and they bombed both of them. Nagasaki too. Don't forget, they got both of them.
Them niggas said, "Oh, you want to fuck? You want to rock with me, Star?" Boom, boom, boom.
Nigga, they try to destroy that's crazy. They destroy the whole country. Like, you know what? Fuck everybody.
Niggas forgot that the world literally turns. So like, you just had all that shit in the air. Like, you didn't even give a fuck about yourself. You were so mad you didn't care about how it was gonna possibly affect you.
But then, can we talk about Japan with Pearl Harbor? Was that Japan?
Yeah. Pearl Harbor. I don't think Pearl Harbor was that big of a crash out.
Yeah, I mean, it led to it was because it was like, it was like push-ups.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor was like, I'm gonna show you real quick, don't fuck with me. And America said, watch this, bitch. No, bitch. If you was gonna come, you were supposed to come for real. You wasn't even supposed to play like that. But then you could also think about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, that was literally the biggest documented crash out. Niggas said, I want you. I'm going to Africa. I want every fucking country that is in my perimeter. And I don't give a fuck. Niggas will come back from war for like 30 days. Like, next country. Niggas, what?
Next
Caesar,
country,
chill.
But that's still continued crash
Caesar,
out. And
chill.
America got them. Well, I think Rome was around longer, but America, is working on that. Like, we've been at war like most of our existence.
I think Chernobyl. That's a crash.
Chernobyl was nasty work.
Chernobyl was a crash out for sure.
Wow, that was that way they weren't even at war. That shit just that
was just a mishandling crash out. They just fucked up the package and crashed out. No. Technically, they did crash out because they end up having to send their own people in there to fix.
Oh yeah,
they sacrificed it. Oh, they had to. Yeah. The whole continent would have been destroyed.
Yeah. Man, niggas died.
What about Germany?
What, Nazi Germany? Yeah. That wasn't a crash out. That was a buildup. Nah, that was a buildup. That shit took a minute. That shit was a buildup, son, because when you think about it, after World War
Don't get no sound bites off of this.
Nah, son, that wasn't a crash out. After World War I, when they made these niggas sign that peace treaty in Paris and was like, all of this shit is your fault. Y'all started this war. Germany said, what, bitch? We started what? You sure I started that shit? I watch this hoe. And it was a slow buildup. It wasn't an all the way crash out. All the way crash out is like, fuck you right now. I'm gonna blow this whole shit up. Niggas said, wait a minute. Hold on. Who said it was my fault? It was y'all niggas? Watch this. I'm gonna line this shit up and I'm gonna knock it down.
The January crazy stat I read today is that it took Hitler 53 days.
He crash out. That was a crash out. The insurrection was a crash out.
That was
January 6th. January 6th is the crash out.
The fact that they was climbing the walls and they could have went up the steps.
But see, once again,
you don't get more unhinged than that, bro.
But once again, was that a crash out or a buildup? Because look at them now.
Not
pardoned and in control.
You gotta hear both sides.
All right. I see where you're going. I see what you did there.
At the time, that was the biggest crash out that I've seen in my lifetime. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen niggas take an L that bad. And that just reminded me of the Civil War. Because y'all niggas took one L and acted like this. The Civil War said, what you mean we can't have slaves no more? That's the only way we make our money. Fuck you, America. And the niggas never recovered. The South still, per capita, per population, does not even have half of the wealth that we have up north. Them niggas cannot sustain themselves down there because they need labor. They need coal. They need niggas mining them fields. And we up here in the north like, what? Stock market? It's like, what? We gonna get this money? You know who's the biggest crash out? Alexander Hamilton.
Why?
That's a motherfucking crash out.
Why?
What? Alexander Hamilton was like, yo.
Was he the VP of Lincoln?
Lincoln? No.
Oh, okay.
Hamilton wasn't a vice president.
He was just president. Right?
No, he wasn't a president.
No?
No, he ran for president, but he lost.
I hate all
Oh,
these.
he was gonna run for president, but he lost. Because he did some fuck shit and was fucking bitches and shit, and niggas came out with his shit. It was crazy.
That Hamilton.
But,
are you on the? Ain't he on the money?
Yeah, he on money, but he's on the money because he established the United States Bank, which is why you can't not put that nigga face on the money. If it wasn't for that nigga, we wouldn't even have Wall Street. There would be no money. But you got to remember that America's capital. America's capital used to be in New York. And moved to DC because of Alexander Hamilton, because he fucking finagled some shit with the South, because the South was like, we want the capital to be in the South because this is where it should be. He's like, all right, I'll move that shit to Virginia, DC, to that little area, so y'all niggas have less ways that you have to travel up here or whatever, if that's what y'all niggas want. But you got to give me Wall Street. They was like, okay. That nigga was like,
that's a hell of a deal.
I control the whole bank. You got what you wanted, though. Have fun.
So we're saying Hiroshima was number one.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor. What was number two? What was number two? Is World Trade Center, is 9/11 in there?
I didn't want to mention that, but that is one of those.
I don't think 9/11 is a crash out.
Oh no, for sure.
A crash out?
Bro, we never seen no shit like that before. You never seen no shit like that before. Niggas going to work with their lunch pails. I was in 3rd grade when that shit happened. I was taking a test when that shit happened.
I was in 7th grade.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
You feel old now, Ben, don't you?
No, I already knew. About the responses. I already knew. Look, you know what I mean?
No, Tulsa was a crash out, and that shit that they did in Philly when the fucking when they bombed the black people.
The church.
Move is a crash out. Move is a goddamn crash out. Black Wall Street's a crash out. The whole Red Summer around Black Wall Street is a crash out.
Oh, they killed them activists that went down there to Mississippi to fight for the voting rights. That was a crash out too. They just straight up killed. They killed the white dude and the black dude. We killing everybody.
Fine.
They don't give a damn.
America nasty work, bro.
But that's why, like if you want to talk about long-term crash out, it's America, and like you said, the Roman Empire. But America is just an extension of Roman Empire anyway. So
yes,
that ain't nothing new.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. Like, sometimes in history, and America is bugged out, bro. Because we was talking about it in the chat, and we was like, America be like, we don't like the way y'all doing things over there. We're gonna come over there and change it, and go into somebody else's country and just change their whole shit. Take away their fucking president. Like, we're gonna establish democracy over there. Like, we just do shit. Like, imagine if like Russia was just like, you know what? We don't like the way y'all system is over there. We're gonna come over there and make y'all a communist country.
They do.
What do you mean?
They do.
That's why like we were in Afghanistan. That's why we first supplied weapons to Afghanistan. That's why we created bin Laden, was because Russia was in Afghanistan. So we gave them weapons to resist Russia because Russia was trying to take over Afghanistan.
And is that the same thing with Ukraine?
Pretty much. All these things, Ukraine used to be part of the USSR. So Russia is just trying to reclaim a lot of that shit. Now, when it was with Afghanistan, they were the USSR. So they were just trying to take Afghanistan too. Russia is imperialistic just like America is. They'll take whatever just like we do. And they just have a different system of government. That's why it's been the beef. But I got a question for y'all. Do you think that fascism in America will be any different for black people than regular America?
Do I need to Google fascism, or y'all going to explain what it is?
Basically, right now, our president or the president, fuck that nigga, is going to ignore checks and balances. Like in America, we're built on a system of 3 systems of government: judicial, executive, and legislative. So
and executive.
The president, and et cetera. Judges, lawyers, and president. And I mean Congress, Senate, and president. So basically, the president right now is going to ignore when a judge says, basically, you can't do this because that goes against the Constitution, which is what's been happening. Like the president has been giving these executive orders and Elon and his cronies have been running around doing them without Congress's approval, which can't really happen. But that's how they're doing it. So judges,
doesn't that make him? Isn't he kind of like a king now?
Pretty much, that's what's happening. So judges have been saying you can't do this.
Because normally the Supreme Court already said that nothing that he can do, he can't.
That already happened. Yeah. But
so
not only that,
whatever he wants.
And beyond that,
trying to get rid of all of that. He's trying to get rid of the Constitution.
Yeah, he's trying to just erase even like the, like the illusion of control, basically. Because right now he's like, judges are saying you can't do this, and he's ignoring judges. So the only the action they could take is to send the U.S. Marshals after him, but the U.S. Marshals work for the Department of Justice, so that's never going to happen.
Yep.
So right now, it's up to him to say what I don't want to do. So that's what fascism is.
Yeah, and the question is, do you think it'll be different for Black people than it is for white people?
I think it's going to be different than old America, like, you know what I mean? Because we're in a whole new America. I mean, other than like the economy crashing and all kind of other shit that could happen, which, yeah.
I think the poor people are going to be the most affected, regardless of what your race is.
That's always happens.
It's going to be the poor people. It's going to be the disabled people. It's going to be the disenfranchised people first. Yeah. And those are the people that are going to get hit the first and get hit the hardest. And it's going to be a trickle-down effect, but...
And then it's going to get worse and worse for everyone.
We are in a blessed position where I feel like we are all are economically. We're going to get hit, but we're going to get hit a little bit later. It depends on how long he stays in office. And they're already talking about trying to set it up so he can run for a third term and all the rest of this other shit. So if he stays in there longer than he's supposed to, it's wraps for everybody. They're already talking about putting the 10 Commandments in schools. They already started with the book ban. They already started with running back all of these different legislations. They're already saying like, yo, we only recognize the two genders. They don't give a fuck.
People are already fucked too in America. That's a real problem.
Y'all realize that he has not been in office for a month?
Well, yes, the executive orders like he's giving out fucking Girl Scout cookies.
That's the stat that I saw the other day that really bugged me out. He's been in office 26 days. Hitler took 53 days when he was elected, and after 53 days, he was now, a dictator. So it only took him 53 days to become a dictator. So
I
think Trump is more than he's about 85% there.
Yeah, it's just an illusion right now.
It's I told y'all niggas, and it's nothing we could do because. My 92%, we did our motherfucking job. Okay? 92%, we did our job. I voted twice because they lost my ballot. I did my fucking job.
I voted for her and I couldn't stand it, some of her policies, but I didn't give a shit. Anything was better than this fucking mess.
I don't even understand what how we fumbled this ball right here. We had a decision to make, and I don't know how we fumbled
didn't have shit. You know who fumbled the ball? It's the same people that fumbled the ball with Hillary. Not to say that Hillary is the best person in the world. Fucking white women, they gonna fumble that shit every single fucking time because they think they're above reproach. White men they have a certain allotment of control. But if white women realize that they were a minority like the rest of us, just in a different way, those bitches will fucking fall in line. They think that they are a majority because they are attached to white men when white men oppress them even more than anybody else, which is why a lot of them decide they want to date black men because there's less oppression with dating black men. Them bitches, they gotta wake up. I don't know what to tell them.
Do we not hold the Hispanic community?
I'm holding the black men too, man. I knew a lot of niggas who love Trump, and that shit be killing me, bro.
But they stupid. You can't you have to understand the education system and what the education system does with black men and young black boys. I'm sorry. I don't have high expectations for stupid people. And I know that a lot of black men, not to say I don't want to be that person, but a lot of niggas are dumb, bro. They only talk to each other. They fucking be circling information.
Or white men. They talk to other white men. Yeah.
Exactly. Like the patriarchy is so big, and they feel like because they were born with a penis, they have a certain power that they don't have, which is the reason why black women are wilding them up and surpassing them every single day, running circles around niggas, and they can't keep up. I'm sorry.
But do you think that black men actually had a tide to change here?
I think that black men should align themselves
to change the tide. Did we have a chance to change the tide here?
I don't know.
I mean, because I think that, like we said, even if y'all say y'all 92%, I think the black men was like 76, 78, something like that. It wasn't that far off. And so even if the other 22% did vote in the right direction, it wasn't going nowhere.
But if the other 22, no, because I always say this, one of black people's biggest problems is we don't know who the enemy is anymore. And if the other 22% had gone, the right way, then the rest of the world would have gone the right way, because the world goes the way that black people go. And like the 22% are influential on a lot of white people. Yes, bro.
Good point. That's a good point, Ben.
Like I do. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm on social media heavy.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying, "Oh, that's just social media." I was like, "Yo, you have to understand what these people's tweets, the black people that I saw, that represents a portion of society."
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I'm like, you can't just think it's just that one idiot.
No.
That one idiot is representing whoever he's around. Whoever
I argue with one of them idiots for a long time, and I know he's representing mad idiots.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we could have changed the tide this time, but I do blame every nigga who's out there running around saying that this fool was a.
Do y'all blame white people or Hispanic people for voting for what they thought were their best interests?
Oh no, I blame white people
because niggas were stupid. Like I cannot fault stupidity. That whole Latinos for Trump, like, oh, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, and you thought that your proximity to whiteness was going to keep you the fuck.
Yeah, fuck y'all too.
ICE is knocking down niggas' doors right now. They're coming up to the schools like Hernandez, Martinez, fucking Esmeralda. Like, they're in there wilding right now, and y'all niggas thought that y'all was safe because you had proximity to whiteness. And we've been telling y'all, it's literally that. Who was that? Young Thug's daughter. I told y'all niggas. I got nothing for you niggas. I cannot keep sitting here and saying the same shit over and over. Y'all never believe black women, first and foremost. You don't want to hear nothing outside of what you think. People will sit there and prove to you and show you in your face that this is the devil. And you're like, no, he's so great. I would never forget that interview when niggas was they were interviewing Trump supporters, and one of the Trump supporters was upset, like, yeah, I'm voting for Donald Trump because he's gonna make things happen. Because where was Barack Obama during 9/11? He was probably out golfing or something. 9/11, bitch, that was George Bush era. How the fuck am I supposed to listen to y'all niggas and you don't even know who the president is when certain shit is happening?
I saw
blaming everybody for everything.
This nigga I was arguing with, who actually has a sizable amount of followers on social media, posted a video from when Trump was on the Oprah Winfrey show, and was talking about, look how much of a leader he looks like here. And I'm like, nigga, that was 40 years ago. You weren't the nigga who posted it wasn't even alive. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even know what that era of this was about. And that's like, Dosh, that's why I love, people who study history, because I feel like that is like such a lost thing. Like, people don't understand like the relation of things. You know what I mean? Like sorry, yesterday, like, it's like goes back to like hip hop. Like, people don't understand like the era I came from, niggas did not, when you sold records, it was bad. You know what I mean? That's the era I came from. Like, selling records was bad.
You was a sellout.
You was a sellout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hammer sold records. You know what I mean? Vanilla Ice sold records. Niggas I listened to did not sell records. You know what I mean? Master Ace was,
DMX never got a Grammy.
The Slaughterhouse album never did shit. Like, Diamond D and the Psychotic, I could go on and on, bro. Like, albums did not move, and these are classic hip-hop albums. Diamond D, bro. Come on. Starts months in hip hop.
Politics to talking about Master Ace.
Come on, Slaughterhouse album. You know me, bro. That's what I'm talking about. It's like
thinks in A minors.
But that's what I'm talking about. You don't. It's like people don't understand history. So it's like back then niggas did not think about that. Just like back then the niggas hated Donald Trump. They always talk about all these rappers like them. No, if you was woke, if you paid attention, whatever, niggas knew this nigga was the shit back then.
Get the hell out.
You know what I mean? But people don't have no like concept of history.
This nigga just shot at me.
I feel like a lot of people I feel like even with the Central Park 5 stuff, a lot of stuff that he's did over the time and stuff that he's continued to do.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but it just seems like he's one of the people that just gets the pass. It's just I don't like I said, I don't know what that is, and especially with black people this time going forward, I've seen more black people than ever, men and women.
Yep.
Not just that they support him, but preaching the shit that he's preaching. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, how are y'all getting caught up in the marketing? This marketing wasn't even for y'all. They wasn't even marketing to y'all. How did y'all get caught up?
Aligning yourself with whiteness is what I
like how did you get caught up in receiving some of these things? So
a lot of us. Go ahead. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, brother.
I think that we are at war with each other. And I think that people want to align themselves with what they view power as. And so niggas don't like black women. Black women don't like the niggas. The black people don't like the Hispanics. The Hispanics don't like the niggas. The black people don't like the West Indians. The West Indians don't like the niggas. And so everybody is kind of like fragmented. So everybody's all over the place. There is no real one unifying thing that in the community of the people that needed to bond together, we don't like each other. And we're all at war with each other. So they just kind of went towards the side that they felt was more powerful. Fuck y'all. I ain't got to vote for y'all. I ain't got to vote with you. I don't have to vote in your best interest. They all just was like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I don't fuck with y'all neither. And he ain't talking about me because he's talking about y'all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's really what happened. We are suffering from something where we're literally in a room and everybody's shooting at each other in the dark. Nobody can't really see what the real enemy is. You understand what I'm saying? The person who turned out the lights and locked the door. But all right.
That goes back to, and they killed the niggas who try and unify niggas. Like the dude from the Young Lords just passed away, and the Young Lords was like the Latin gang that unified with the Black Panthers. Mm-hmm. And, they straight up murdered all them niggas. That's the other thing. Like
in bed, like niggas is in their bed, just came in.
And then I always talk about like, how they got smarter. And like, nigga like Tupac started talking about getting niggas to vote and unifying the Crips and Bloods, and that nigga was dead the next year. Like, you know what I mean? They don't play no more.
Speaking about being dead the next year, Irv Gotti passed during that time. That was a bad shit. I was trying to get in, but Ben won't let me. He wouldn't let me. I had to shock the system.
I didn't know how else you could do it, but
that was the way to do it.
There it is.
Irv Gotti passed the next year after that whole shit that just happened with Ashanti. Now Ashanti did release a statement. I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? After all of the things that happened last year and the whole sandstorm or whatever you want to call it of abuse and allegations and him talking crazy, which definitely just happened last year. Am I right yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit just happened. That was really a good. Crazy. Y'all not giving me the respect that I deserve for that segue, but it's fine. It's fine.
It was impeccable. Somehow died next year.
He says, I can't believe things ended like this. She posted a picture of them all. Her, Ja Rule, Irv, Charlie Baltimore, and that nigga that nobody knows about.
Black Tie. Killer Ty, what was his name?
Black Tie, right?
Black Tie? Yeah.
Black Tie.
I can't believe things ended like this, and it makes me so sad. We weren't on best terms. That's crazy.
I'm laughing at the Black Tie disrespect.
He tried. We weren't on the best terms the past few years, but as I've always said, through our ups and downs, I will forever be grateful for everything that you've done for me. We made history, and that will remain infinite. I've always respected your musical genius and ability to push me to be my best. All the greatness and positive things that came far outweigh the dark and negative times. I've always prayed for you to find peace, sending love and prayers to the entire family. Rest well, rest in peace, Irv. I was
lady.
Yeah.
How many of y'all would have done that for somebody that you felt, especially in like the last year, was on your neck talking crazy about you, talking crazy about your character, your person, the situations that y'all were in, just going nuts? Would y'all have that type of class when it comes to them passing?
I wouldn't have said shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
yeah,
dude,
I mean,
accused me of being anti-Semitic on social media and went off on me and a bunch of other shit. And if something happened to him, I would, be like, yeah, he was a racist.
Who?
DJ Herbert Holler.
Yeah, there's a name. He named himself DJ Herbert.
Herbert Holler.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, no. And I've had other people.
You don't know if y'all would have just been quiet if they passed.
Yeah, I'd just be quiet.
No, I would have wished if I was Ashanti, I would have wished I would have did the same thing.
Yeah, with Ashanti, that's different though. That's
why?
If I was Ashanti, I don't know her situation, so I can't say that.
I mean, but, yeah. Even if I wasn't Ashanti, if I was just an artist under Earth and came up that way, and my career was what hers was, I would 100% still thank her, because even though I might not fuck with or rock with the stuff that you did or have done over the last couple years, like the person that takes you from normal person to artist, they're like, even on a smaller level, people who help you in that type of way, you have it's like a certain type of indebted feeling, right? So I think with him passing away, especially with him passing, I think he was sick, from my understanding, right? Something like that.
A stroke or something like that.
Yeah, diabetes, very bad.
Diabetes.
Yeah. So I think he probably was going that way for a while. So I think, at a certain point, it's like, whatever you said, bro, it is what it is. I can acknowledge what you did for me in my life, changed my life, my family life. You know what I'm saying? You giving me songs, music, ability, all of this stuff. I think that weighs more than the last couple years of me not fucking with you in my mind.
Well, the last couple of years, it goes back to basically their relationship too. With that, it would have been something that lasted decades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he been trifling. He was horrifically horrible to her.
I understand their personal relationship. I get that. That's a whole different thing. I just mean from the overall perspective, because again, you still got to think about the whole collective. So it's not just like, the whole, Murder Inc. as a whole. So I understand her doing that. And I thought it was telling that she posted a picture of all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a picture with them two, but a picture with all of them. So that's why I'm saying, like, her mind is like, okay, I'm gonna acknowledge the Murder Inc. thing, but I'm gonna keep it, keep respectful,
Even though I wasn't fucking with you, rest in peace, like.
I gotta salute what you did. I got, I'm saying, I have to salute it. I can't not salute it, but I'm also not gonna post a pic just with you or make it seem like.
Yeah, I get it.
Do y'all think that 50 Cent actually went a whole different way with it?
My cancer buddy, he just leans into his emotions sometimes, and then sometimes when he feels things, he has not gotten to that point of, not being impulsive. He feels it and he does it. And, as a cancer.
Son, he went and bought a fucking
Thank
RIP
you. That's what,
from Party City or wherever the hell. I don't even know where you can get one of those anymore because Party City closed.
Yeah.
He went and bought one.
He ordered that shit like Amazon Super Delivery.
Yeah, took a picture next to it and posted, damn, I wanted you to hear my new music or some shit. I wanted you
I want you to see my shows. I want him to see my new shows.
That's nuts. Like, is it being petty? Is there a point in beef, right? Say you have beef with him, yet they have beef, where it makes sense to celebrate that guy's passing.
What are you talking about? People do it all the time. Isn't that whole smoking on this pack and that pack?
They're 11 years old.
It's the same thing.
They're not real people. Those are not real people.
Shoot up people's funerals.
I always thought
people that would desecrate people's gravestones. Like, you know, it's like this is not new. Like y'all are acting like this is new, like breaking news. It's not. I'm not saying that it's the best thing in the world to do, because even within my petty, I have limits. But some people are no limit soldiers. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I can't judge. I don't know what Irv Gotti did to you that it's beef forever to this level. That's not my cross to bear. But it's the same thing as these little niggas spinning on this and smoking on this pack, smoking on that pack, spin on this one, shot up your moms, and It's the same shit. Don't hold 50 to a higher regimen than everybody else. These niggas be doing that. I don't know.
What's the writer's name? You probably seen the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I've heard of it.
He's a R.L. Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson is a famous writer back in the day. And when President Nixon passed away, everyone was like, respectfully this and respectfully that. And he wrote this obituary for Rolling Stone, I think it was, where, it was like 2-3 pages of him just calling this nigga a rat bastard in every shape, form, fashion. And Nixon was a rat bastard in every shape, form, fashion. He sold out America, basically. He's one of the reasons why we're at where we're at now. And, fuck that. Like, if people, like, I always feel like you got to live a certain way so people don't talk about you crazy when you die.
Really?
That's always been my thing, man, because it's like, you don't live right, people gonna talk about you crazy,
50 is actually
when chickens come home to roost, which when JFK died.
Yeah. That shit was
now
cold.
50
kick him out the nation over that shit, and that nigga was right.
It did.
50 is actually being at war, not only still with that, but he's in the news for the way he's going at Big Meech.
Yeah. That's just hilarious. What show nigga is? I mean, what net season little nigga is like?
That might have been that. Oh, crash out. Add that to the crash out list.
But that's not a crash out. That's a build up again. Like, because that's a crash out for me. For a little Meech. But that is like.
Do y'all think that 50 should be doing all of this with Meech just because he's doing a party with Rick Ross?
That's not my business.
Yeah, and also the show is probably done anyway. That's what 50, 50 ain't doing this for, like off rip. It's like the show probably didn't have the ratings for a 4th season anyway. I stopped watching after like season 1. You know what I mean? Like,
I never saw it.
Yeah, and I love all them powers. I've seen every, power spinoff ever, but I stopped watching BMF. That shit was terrible. And
it got out of hand.
Yeah, that was my problem, right? It was like, because it was trying to be realistic, but then it just got, like when nigga came back from the grave after that first season, I was done. When my nigga singing, when he came back after that shit, I was done. But
wait, first of all, I don't understand you niggas and how y'all watch Power for that long after you watch the top drug dealer start fucking the DA. Like, how did y'all continue?
Power is not realistic, and I'm not there for realism. I'm there for the soap opera. I'm there for the drama.
50 got burnt to death and still wasn't dead in Power.
Best show ever.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, Power. Listen, Power is entertainment. I never seen James St. Patrick against jeans before.
Yeah, pure.
That nigga had a suit on for 4 seasons. I never seen him with jeans. He either had a suit on or he had the tracksuit shit when he was the sweater black.
My man used to say, like, you be an alcoholic if you play a drinking game, that he straighten his tie, or every time he look out the window, you take a shot. Just that nigga Ghost is always like, and always looking out the window.
Get this nigga some jeans. Like,
so I can never, like, thinking of the rappers that I listened to growing up and thinking of the movies that I watched growing up. I cannot fucking fathom for the life of me the drug dealer dating the DA. Like, that shit, I literally, that's when I stopped. I don't know shit that happened after that moment when that nigga, when she found out he was Ghost and he still wanted to be with her, ain't no motherfucking way. Show done.
No.
Y'all don't believe in love? Which y'all don't believe in love? What the hell?
When he told Tasha,
Yeah.
when he told Tasha, like, He's like, yo, you got to be a little bit more understanding. I just lost the love of my life. Telling your wife that is crazy.
No,
the crazy is,
how about when
that is crazy.
Watching way before that.
How about when Tasha? This is way before that. How about when Tasha told him, "No, you can't get out the game. I married the greatest drug dealer in the world, and I want to stay married to the greatest."
But was she wrong?
Yes,
that was the most haterish shit I ever seen in my life.
But also the funniest shit in the world. Like Shorty is like, nah, I married the greatest drug dealer. That's what I want.
She said, "Nigga, you work at a club."
A club owner?
You better move them bricks.
Yo, y'all are toxic. I just want to let y'all know, all of y'all are really fucking toxic.
Show her made.
It is crazy what y'all talking about.
Bro,
nigga, I've been selling drugs. I'm killing people. I want to get out of this, and y'all saying no because I married a drug dealer. Get the fuck out of here. What are we talking about?
The life is a life. At the end of the day, I know I'm good. I'm okay with me. I'm okay with who I am on the inside. And that's why I understand 50. Because I'm okay. I'm okay with the person that 50 Cent is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with who he is because he's okay with who he is. So if he want to fucking moonwalk
what
I don't know. And I hope that he died before Ja Rule, because I don't know what the fuck that nigga gonna do then. I don't want to see it.
50 don't give a fuck about nobody. Like, yo, Big Meech has been like a staple in the nigga culture. And he just really ruined his whole shit, bro. Like, calling Big Meech a rat, and now he's doing a whole documentary with the person that basically ran to the feds to feed the feds as a third-party informant. Meech is supposed to have been feeding information to the third-party informant to tell the feds.
God damn.
To bring down somebody else to get his time lessened. This is apparently the reason why Meech was supposed to get out in 2013 or 18 or something like that. And now somehow that relationship between Meech and the girl who is the third-party informant has soured since he came home. And now the girl is talking to 50 about Meech, basically putting her up to snitch on this other person, and is coming out with a documentary about it. Like, yo.
I ain't see that part.
Bro. Yes, bro.
50 Cent put the audio on his page. The dude that about, he put the dude, his name is Cuffy, I think, and he's explaining the whole situation about how the whole thing broke down while he's in jail. 50 put the audio on his
crazy.
It's like 12 minutes.
This guy JJ in the comments says, "Damn, all your big homies is snitches," and it's crazy because if we think about it, bro, we came up in the 90s, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy, Dame Dash, Russell Simmons.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at it across the board, damn near every single one of them people that we was celebrating got charges on them. Got some type of shit on their jacket now that we could like, damn, dog, we believed in you.
A big one.
Can I tell my favorite Russell Simmons story?
Ooh, tell.
It's not even like a story like where I met him or anything. It's just when I first realized this nigga ain't shit.
Can I say something before you tell your story?
Yep.
And this is a passion point for me, but I don't know how to like dive into it, and maybe you can help me.
All right, go ahead.
I love history, as you know.
Yep.
But I want to delve into hip hop history. Like I just be waiting for documentaries and shit.
I got mad books.
Send me a list of books. I'll read a book.
Yeah.
I read books all the time. I need the books. I
try and read every hip hop book music book I can find.
Yes, I need the ones that you've read. Can you send me a list of that? All right, boom. Russell Simmons.
No, basically Russell Simmons has just always been a wild boy. I didn't want to tell the story because it's disturbing, but that man is like, it's like one time
you got to tell it.
I got to tell it?
Yeah, you got to tell it.
It's not even a really good story. All right. There's a book, speaking of hip hop history, this is a really great book. In fact, if you can get it, I don't know if it's still in print, but find it no matter what. Ego Trip's Big Book of Rap Lists. Ego Trip was this magazine back in the day. It's one of the best hip hop magazines ever. And then they put out this book, the Big Book of Rap List. And it's just lists, you know what I mean? Like mad people contributed to the book. So it's all kind of different lists about all kind of different shit, you know, just weird shit about hip hop, you know, the top places, the Biz Marquee doll appeared. I mean, just all kind of just, I can't even tell you, you know, things about fashion, things about music, things about this, you know, list upon list. Russell Simmons has a list, and he decided to do all the women that he hadn't slept with and that he hadn't slept with.
No,
and
I heard what you
said. He said, I'm going to do it starting at P because that's the, you know, my favorite letter. So it's all these women whose names started with P that he hadn't slept with, and he put them all on the list. And that was his contribution to the book. And that's when I realized this nigga ain't shit. And sorry, that's also, you know, it goes back to Drake, like naming women all the time, but you know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was with a gut punch.
I always thought it was, you know, I like the funny thing is like with Drake when he did it on the first album, he said this on So Far Gone, at least he said this woman's name, and I was like, yo, that's so vulnerable. He said a woman's name. That's so crazy, man. Like that's dope. Who does that? Like I was actually supposed to interview him around that time, and I was going to ask him about that because I was like, yo, that is fucking sick. You know what I mean? No rapper's ever done no shit like that. And then the nigga just didn't. When he said the girl from Peachtree, you know, the Hooters on Peachtree Street, she should complete me. Like I was like, nigga.
Speaking about women,
it's like that's when you know. It's like the signs were always there. I keep saying, but all
speaking about women, did y'all see the whole Lyft girl thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I seen it.
The girl who ordered the Lyft, she looks to be about yesterday. How big is she?
No, why you can't like that? Why did you?
No. You answer me that one.
You tell me. Tell me what you think. What you think, Tahoe? I can tell you what I think. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think first. Give me a rough estimate. I'll give you my rough estimate.
I'm gonna say 450.
Peace.
I'm gonna say 450. What do you think?
It's about the same. I would say the same thing.
About 455.
Same thing.
Yo, I seen this. I seen this clip on Twitter. This where it was like a bunch of. It was one of those 600 pound, my 600 pound, whatever it is, and the black dude he got up on the scale, and his weight was 530, 534, some shit like that, and so he sat down and shit. And the woman got up. She went and got on the scale. And then she said 830. And he said, damn. I said, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, he was like, damn. I said, oh shit. But okay.
I mean, he was impressed.
Getting back, yeah, maybe he was. Yesterday. All right, never mind.
Yesterday. I have a question.
And he was like, teach me your ways.
Yesterday.
Are good?
Yesterday.
Yo.
Yesterday. I have a question. Can you answer my question, please, friend?
What's going on, Dodge?
So, like, what's your limit? Like, is it like 4? Is it 3? Is it 2s? Do you have a limit? Is it the limit doesn't exist? Like, what's a mathematical?
Mean Girls. Such a good movie, though.
Yes, said that he bases his likes on aesthetic and desire, and whatever he feels is dope one way or the other.
So the limit doesn't exist.
The limit is negotiable. The limit is negotiable depending on some things.
Well, this Lyft driver actually did have a limit. Was that bad? That was bad.
I mean, that was just the truth.
We have a video of Shorty. Let's see if we can pull the video up.
Let's see if we can pull it up, right?
I didn't mean it in your way, but
what's going on? Nice to meet you.
Hi.
How are you? Hey, King. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, Keys.
Yep. It's the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
A bigger chair or something.
Is she already little?
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is accommodation.
There you go.
What happened? What happened, y'all? What's good? What happened? What's good? What happened? Why y'all so? What happened? Why so quiet on the set? You.
You know how people talk about when you get a tattoo? You gotta, like...
I just want to know. Okay.
I'm trying.
No, I just wanted to play that video because it gives you a little perspective as to the situation.
Shout out to the accommodations. You have to be accommodating to your guests, and they're really classy up there at the Breakfast Club, and whatever it took to make her feel comfortable.
That is definitely the first time anyone has said classy in the Breakfast Club in the same sentence.
Do y'all think the Lyft driver was wrong for telling her for denying her a ride in his car?
Facts.
You do?
Facts, yeah.
Why?
But what if his tire pressure was low and he knew that and he wanted to just make sure?
Because if it was a king size bed, he would have just tied this shit to the roof and just kept it moving, shocks or no shocks. Like, why? Because a person, we're gonna get funny about it. Like, why we gotta do that? If it's a piece of furniture, if it's a appliance, if it's a fridge, niggas is gonna move it. Nobody's gonna think about the shocks.
I don't know if they weigh 450 though. King size beds don't weigh 450.
Maybe not a bed, but
are you basically saying that he should have tied her to the roof?
I didn't go there.
Oh my God. No, it's not what I'm saying.
That's what you said. That's literally what you said.
But that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you said. Am I wrong?
All right.
You said, he would have found a way. So you saying he should have put.
I was just saying you can't fit the bed inside of a car. So that's what I was saying. Like, I got it.
He was saying he couldn't fit her inside the car.
I got it. It's not fair that Dodge disputed. Why are you
in the truck like you with some speakers?
Nah.
Ben, do you think he was wrong for denying her a ride in the car?
I once had a Range Rover, and my man's needed a ride to around the way, and he was a big dude, rest in peace. And like there was a range, you know what I mean? And like when he got in, that shit was like, it put, hurt on that suspension. So I don't know, you know what I mean? My man got like a Toyota Tercel, like fam.
It was a Benz.
Camry, I don't know, you need like at least a F-150.
Is that an airplane?
No, that's a Ford truck.
Oh.
It's a pickup truck.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Ask me the question. I'm ready. Oh shit.
You one of them Benz vans. That's what they need. The Benz van. That's what you need.
Niggas.
Dodge, what do you think? Was he wrong for denying her the ride?
I think that he was wrong for denying her the ride.
I agree.
But if he felt like it really was going to like if his car wasn't up to standard and maybe my car can't handle this, that he should have found a different alternate route or accommodation for her. And not just kind of leave her on the side of the road type shit. Like, all right, let me call Lyft and be like, hey, I have a car, but my car can't sustain.
You know, it's just crazy to me that
drive. Can you please? But then he also say like, why you ain't call an XL? Did he say that?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
That like
just like on an
I've had
airplane,
niggas
you have to
like
buy, like
diss me on the side of the road so many times. Like I don't get it. Like, you know, for nothing. Like, you know, Lyft fighters roll up, see you, you know, you across the street, they don't feel like making a U-turn, they pull off.
Oh shit, son.
That shit happened to my girl last week.
Yeah, that shit, yo, bro. I'll be outside, you know, waiting after work, and that shit, they will don't feel like making a U-turn, and they just pull off. You know what I mean? Or whatever reason, they just, you know, it's like, I don't know.
I just think that like empathy is important.
Yep.
These jokes is gonna come first, regardless,
No
like,
matter what.
But I do think that empathy is important, and you know, just treating people, human beings, like people. But then I also think that personal responsibility got to come in too, because it's like, baby, we can't just be squeezing up in people them stuff. Like you gotta get the right spot.
I personally think, matter of fact, I'm gonna let yesterday go. Obviously, yesterday you're gonna chilling. You don't want to speak on it at all.
No, I mean, I said my piece.
I think that I don't really understand why he denied the ride, and the reason why is he didn't even try. If there was a moment where you say, "All right, let me move the seat up, let me see if you could get in," like why couldn't he do it? A car can't hold 400 pounds. We put 3-4 people in the car all the time. A car can't hold it. So, at my only point to this is it was discrimination. It was literally discrimination. And if there was, it's like, okay, you can't fit in the door. Or
do you really want to do that?
Yeah, why not? If she
first of all, hold on. I know, hold up. Y'all gonna fucking relax. Y'all gonna relax.
If it was go ahead. I'm sorry.
She said herself that she had gotten that type of car before.
All right. So so it was discrimination. My thing
so she could definitely get in.
Isn't the denial. My thing is that he did not try. He didn't even try. He looked at her. He made a judgment. That's discrimination.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
That's clear discrimination. Yes, move your seat up. See if she can get in. It's literally a cab ride, my nigga. She's not going to be in the car with you all day. This is literally just discrimination. Y'all, everybody, all the people in the chat is like, fuck out of here. And I don't agree with that. She should have been at least allowed to try.
I agree.
Somebody said my chest is at my steering wheel. My chest is at my steering wheel.
Yeah. So basically my chest is at the steering wheel. Say less. Trying would have been worse. Cap.
Cap.
This girl Cam in the chat, who's the same person who before that said, even though cracking jokes at someone's weight is but sis should have got the appropriate Lyft ride, is now screaming in all caps, try how? Like, come on, bro. Y'all can't have it both ways. Like, y'all are ridiculous. At the end of the day, she should have been allowed to try to get into the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And Tish says, I get what you're saying, but when there's more people, the weight is distributed across the vehicle.
True indeed.
That would have been a court, yo. That car was not flipping over. Where was it going? How was it going to do it?
It ain't about flipping.
That shit would have had to go through the ground before it turned over.
I mean, but there you go.
That's what it would have did. It would have had
wheel
a lower
drag, bumper dragging.
It would have had a lower
center rip off.
Christine says, if she couldn't fit in a standard chair and needed a part of the sectional, the Lyft driver is not wrong because he was driving a standard car. I'm allowed to say no. Somebody says I'm allowed to say no, and I disagree with you. No, you're not. Not when you're performing a service to the public because you need a reason. You need to at least. You can't look at somebody and say no. That's discrimination.
Well, I've had it happen multiple times, and I ain't getting no check from Lyft.
You got to report it, and you got to record it. You got to have the evidence.
There it is. She got the evidence. Yeah, she pulled out the cam.
I think it was. I think it was too much for them to bring. Like, I think they did a bad job of bringing her the couch. I think that was too much.
No, she asked for it, and I've seen that people getting mad at her, mad at them for bringing her the fucking couch.
That's to ruin her case.
What, the couch?
Yeah, that's to be evidence, bro. To ruin that case.
You know what? That's crazy.
Yeah, but it is.
It isn't because she fit in the chair.
No, she fit in a sectional.
No, she sat in the chair.
Comfortable in the chair.
And asked for more comfortable. But she was able to fit in the chair. That doesn't ruin the case. The fact that she asked for more comfortable.
It might not ruin it.
They said if they would have brought over the couch first, then maybe, right? But she was able to fit in it. And then she said, hey, the thing is, the driver said, no, you need a couch.
The case is not good in the first place. It's probably going to settle out of court, and that's why she's lucky. Because otherwise,
Anytime, all right.
I don't want to talk to y'all anymore.
Yeah, let's talk about something else because y'all gonna say we discriminate, and I'm not trying to discriminate any on
y'all. I said the right things. I said the things that I was supposed to say.
I have a video that I'm gonna play. Huh?
Do you have a balloon in your crib?
I do.
Okay.
Why?
Because I see that. Yep. There we go. Look at that. Nice. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Let them know.
Freaking shit with a balloon.
Hey, Valentine's Day. No love.
Valentine's Day. Y'all doing something for Valentine's Day?
Of course.
What y'all doing? What y'all playing?
I was thinking about going to see DeRay Davis.
Dope. Yeah, comedy show is fire.
Yeah.
I as y'all know, last year my mom was diagnosed with cancer early in the year. And we had to go to her doctor's appointment. Yeah. The doctor's appointment fell on Valentine's Day. We got good news. It was not even stage 1. It was just little, cells. It was great news, right? Because this would have been my second time my mom would have had, a cancer scare. Afterwards, I took my mom and my daughter out. We all went to the doctor together. Afterwards, we went to Valentine's Day. We went to dinner together.
Yes, I remember this.
My lady
Don't get yourself in trouble, right?
He's gonna do it anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead, rehash it.
I know she's
no need to bring up the past.
I know she's looking at the chat right now like, you mother. I'm just saying she was disappointed that we were not able to spend Valentine's Day together.
Right.
Okay. This year, my phone just went off.
What they doing?
She said no, it wasn't Valentine's Day. That was our anniversary. Okay, she's right.
I'm trying to tell
so this year, unfortunately, my family scheduled my grandma's wake on Valentine's Day.
Damn.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been the 13th.
Yeah. I had to go to her crib to tell her. I was like,
but yesterday, can't say that. Never mind. Sorry.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think is celebrating the day before? Does it land the same?
Wait. Can I say what I want to say, please? It's fucked up. It is in my heart. I know it is, but I have to say it because remember last time we recorded, we were talking about Valentine's Day. Do you remember what yesterday said? Yesterday, do you remember what you said? That you was finna do?
I don't remember what I said.
You said that you was gonna be working that day. He was gonna make sure you was busy.
Trying to do that.
I'm not.
Why is
Yo,
that?
make it hot. Don't make it hot.
Yeah, you really didn't, bro. You ain't even have to make those shit. You got shit to do.
I think that it's fine that we're gonna celebrate. When we celebrate, we will celebrate. I think it's okay. And Ben, you said you're going to D-Ray. Dodge said she didn't know yet. Yesterday, that there's not a 14th on his calendar.
No, me and Tahoe. No. Stop. Me and Tahoe
We're
will
not
be
doing
in
that.
the same place. We will be at. He will be at his grandmother's, my great aunt's viewing on Friday, and Saturday is the service. Let's get it. Let's be clear. Viewing Friday on Valentine's Day.
This is crazy. Is this what you've been telling people?
This is what's going on. I'm like, what? All right, yo.
That's so crazy that you did this. I'm not even mad. Yo, I cannot believe that this is what you did. Like, you dead ass.
Nigga said you could get me the 13th or the 16th or not at all.
First of all, I work all of those days. The only day I don't work is the Saturday. But again, we have the service on Saturday. It's family time. Yeah. Got to be there for time. For me, it's family. Like, when I'm going to put that over family.
This is so crazy. I cannot believe you did this. Did you make this call? Because she was asking. She was like, why would they put it that day? I was like, I don't know. But what if did you do this?
My mom said the same thing to me. She was like, yo, big dog, you know that they're doing this on this day, right? I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, tough. I'm like, damn. All right.
That's crazy. It is kind of crazy. I think the question that I wanted to ask y'all, and I definitely want to ask Ben and Dash, I wanted to see, and yesterday, I really hope, I want to know what y'all think. For one, I'm not super big on Valentine's Day. It's never been like this whole big thing for me, but I do accept that it's big for the ladies.
Marketing.
It's marketing, you said?
Yeah.
Don't start your shit, Ben.
Shit didn't exist more than 50 years ago, bro. That shit is like a, straight up like modern invention.
I love Love Day. It's my favorite day.
By the way, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put myself in single screen here. Ladies, I owe y'all an apology.
Now you want a Galentine's Day? You want a Nigga-tine's Day, don't you?
I don't. I had Nigga-tine Day. That was Super Bowl Sunday. But I've been watching y'all Galentine's. Let me look at this. I've been watching y'all Galentine's Day celebrations. Them shits look fun and fly. Y'all look sexy. I love the fact that y'all are basking in love amongst your friends. I was wrong for judging it, and I'm sorry. I was actually slightly jealous, to be honest. When I looked at it, I'm like, yo, you know what? This shit kind of fire.
Kind of fire.
You know what I'm saying?
I was mad at Dodge little last one she had. She had a little.
All right. Yesterday. Okay, friend.
Yo, this man, I tell you, yo, he's nuts. But the question I wanted to ask y'all, it's a love day, right? And I want to know, what does love mean to y'all? What is love? Because you can't really find a real definition of it. Ben, wake up. Ben said,
I'm awake. No, I'm listening.
I'm awake.
What does love mean to me? Yeah.
This is the first time all episode he want to wait. Oh, he said he's awake.
Yeah, I'm awake. Yeah.
What does love mean to you? What is love?
I don't know. That's hard. That's, obviously very difficult to define, but I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like there's different types. Like there's the type your parents have for you, which is like an unconditional, no matter what the hell you do, pretty much they're gonna forgive you for it. And then there's like the type of love you find when you find a companion or someone to be with, and it's like the idea of them not being there is worse than the idea, like you just can't imagine yourself without them.
That's fire.
That's pretty much, yeah.
I'm gonna not talk about like platonic love because I think that's a different definition. And I think if we're talking about Love Day, we're probably talking about like significant others and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, love means peace.
Mm.
And love means openness and transparency and just the freedom for me to be myself. Yeah. I'm a very like quirky person. A lot of people don't know this about me. Like Andrew probably knows how annoying I am in real life. Like a different type of annoying. Like I will just like walk up to you and like bite you just because. Like I do shit like that. Like I'll just fucking while you sleeping, just like lay on your head and like growl in your ear because I'm fucking bored. Like I don't know. I do dumb shit. Like it's fun. And love is accepting me, flaws and all. Like love is I growl in your face, and then instead of you getting mad at me, you turn around and growl back and give me a kiss on the forehead because you know that I have my fucking moments when I just like to growl or when I like to sing or when I like to hum and do like little stupid shit around the house. So I just think that love is just a piece for me to be my whole authentic self with zero judgment. Like the most I'll get is a side eye or you being mad fucking annoying right now. Okay. And now I'm gonna go bite you on your forehead because so what? So that's love for me.
Biting somebody's forehead is just nuts. I've never been that
First of all,
I love doing that
I'm
shit.
not the only biter in this house. I would just like to put that out there.
Yesterday.
And the forehead bite is not even the worst. Niggas get favorite.
Yo,
First of all, you already know how
biting people. Like what the fuck?
Biting people is nuts.
In the middle of recording. Nobody said
not biting. Shooting somebody with a damn dart is not the same as walking up to somebody and biting them on a random part of their body. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I do that shit all the time. Like, I'll bite the nigga on his shoulder, like on this part of his arm. Like, it don't make.
Yo, imagine you get with somebody, y'all dating and all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been through the ups and downs of dating. Y'all go to fucking trap karaoke. Y'all do all types of shit. Y'all laughing and joking. You go to STK. You go to fucking Mama. What's that spot that you like? Mama Wana. You done dated all that shit. Y'all done fucked a million times to the point where y'all move in with each other. And one day the bitch just walks up and starts biting you. You just like, yo, where was this the whole time we was dating? Because I don't want some random biter. Like, what the fuck is this?
And sometimes the bites they hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes like a fucking pit bull.
That's like when somebody tickles you. Like, you know, I hate being tickled. When somebody just likes tickling you, like they just like doing it. Like, yo, what the fuck?
You know what it is? I tell people that I'm not ticklish so that they don't tickle me.
So you be trying to fight the tickle? They be tickling you.
People be like, oh, you're not ticklish? I just be taking them. I'm like, nah, I'm not ticklish. So once they stop, they never do it again. So that's how
I'm really dead ass not ticklish, but Andrew's mad ticklish, and the shit is like fucking annoying. Like I could just like hug him or like touch him in like too soft of a way, and that nigga start moving and shit. So now I'm gonna keep doing it because it's like, yo, like tighten up, my nigga. Like why are you acting like this? Like all I want to do is love you, and you fucking jumping around the bed and shit. And now I'm tight, and now I'm gonna fucking bite you on the back of your neck because you need to simmer down.
Biting nigga because he ticklish.
I'm about to change his name in my phone. This ticklish ass nigga.
Don't do my baby.
Yes.
He can't help it.
What is your definition of love? What do you think it is?
To me, love is appreciating the things about people that they might not appreciate about themselves. It's really about, for me, caring for them and caring for the things about them that are not as highlighted, right? So like, I feel like, we can always like and love the stuff that's easy, how they look, the attraction and that stuff. But I think love to me is really more defined by like the stuff that you can't see, the stuff that's not apparent to the eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's more so my definition. It's more of a connectivity thing. It's an emotional security type of a thing. And just knowing that you can, like, kind of like what Dash said, like being yourself, being able to be your complete self with somebody and them being it with you.
I really love all of the answers that I got to this question. And I find it very interesting that love is probably one of the only words out there that doesn't really have a real meaning. It's just a feeling, and you just know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can attach your own definition to it. I find that like so interesting.
He's hired? Sorry, I thought I muted myself.
Josh, can you stick around for a second? I hate it here. Ben hasn't been. Ben lost his mojo once he started talking about hip hop. He was like, "All right, y'all talking about regular shit, this nigger shit." Nobody gets.
No, I already said what I said about love. I mean, what else you want me to add? Like, you know,
He's been reading ever since. He's like, "Yo, when y'all gonna talk about hip hop again?" Oh, Tish says she missed being in love. I do have a thing, right? I have a video to play, and then we can get up out of here.
I think what the chat said. Somebody said in the chat some really good stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna play this video first.
Partnership,
honesty, somebody, you go change. I don't care what it is. Love demands change. You were not able to love properly if you don't change. And a lot of people be like, the man's supposed to change for the woman. No. If you love that person, both parties change. Love is not about giving you money, flowers, chocolates. It's not paying for a trip that you go take that's gonna last for 5 days and now you back at the house arguing. That is not love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think this generation, they don't understand what love really is.
Wait.
Me personally, I've learned.
Wait.
Yo, I'm good, yo. I'm good, yo. I got it, yo. I got it. I got it, bro.
That's peace, bro.
Nigga,
I got it, bro.
Decided to re-edit the video though.
I got it, yo. I got it, yo.
I just don't leave that shit on there.
Yo, it's been yo.
I'm a hope nobody noticed.
What?
Yo, I want to thank y'all, yo. I really appreciate y'all.
Yo.
I appreciate Tahoe for everything that he's did.
So while we're watching the video, Loon text me a message, and I forgot to edit it out. Let's just leave that. Let's just leave that there. My bad.
I was about to say about the video that, you know, it's sad that this nigga even has to say half of the shit he's saying, like, you know, but then, you know, you interrupted with that. So
I didn't interrupt. Somebody else interrupted. Can we listen to the video, please? Because I have a question to ask y'all before we leave. I'm sorry.
Money, flowers, chocolates. It's not paying for a trip that you go take that's gonna last for 5 days and now you back at the house arguing. That is not love. You know what I'm saying? And I think this generation, they don't understand what love really is. Me personally, I've learned what love truly is. And if I love a person, I'm gonna change for that person. Whether it's me stop being selfish towards her, whether it's me not seeking attention from other people or validation from the world and focus on the person that I love, it's gonna require sacrifice, change. I cannot stay mad at you because I love you. Not saying that everything gonna be perfect, because it's not.
Yo, you gotta stop. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Y'all gotta chill out, man.
The chat ain't chilling out.
Bro.
So now we the problem.
Yeah. It's our fault.
Yo, that was our
because we got friends asking us questions like that.
Yeah.
The question that I have, I'm the man is trying to do something. Let's leave it alone.
What about the question that Loon had?
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. The question that I have is, what are some things that love has made you change to be in your, towards your people?
My collection of sex toys.
My kid definitely doubled up.
I learned all kind of new joints.
Yeah. Love has definitely taken me up the rankings for sure.
You start with just like a vibrator or a satisfier, and then you have a whole toy chest.
What are y'all doing right now? Why are y'all doing this?
You got travel joints.
I was trying to answer.
It's been a great episode. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm leaving the phone.
We talking about what love has made us change.
All of that shit.
And love is a powerful mechanism. And I have personally, because when you move in together, you bring your sex toys and they bring their sex toys. And you bring
my God.
And then we realized that we had a lot of doubles. Like it was like two of the same shit. It's some shit that never left the box. But we got two of them. So
Ben, you wrote a book.
Let's sex children's book first.
About
wait, let's get to the children's book first. I wrote a children's
after
book.
This.
Yeah, I mean, what a perfect segue. You know what I mean? Sex toys to children's
sex
books.
brings children.
There we go. The World Is Yours. It's a children's book written for young Black children, especially because 85% of children's books are written for young white males. So this is The World Is Yours. You can get it from me directly. It's in some bookstores around Brooklyn and shit. But if you want a copy, hit me up at DJ Ben Amin on pretty much all social medias, and I will get you a copy. It's really dope. From Howard University. It's also got art by another Howard University alumni. Real quick, someone to fire art right there. Look at that shit. Shit's incredible. But it's The World Is Yours, available now. And then I also wrote or co-wrote Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze, a graphic novel about Jimi Hendrix in space battling against an evil intergalactic empire. It is officially endorsed by the Jimi Hendrix estate. It's the first of its kind ever. I co-wrote it with my brother Mello Brown, and it features art by the legend Tom Mandrake. It's a graphic novel, like I said, featuring Jimi Hendrix in space, using the power of his music to battle against an evil intergalactic empire.
Is that my book? You're opening up crazy like that?
I mean, I've got a bunch of copies, so I'll get you another one.
That's incredible. I definitely.
Yeah, definitely need people.
I tried to buy The World Is Yours hardcover, and it's out of stock. I'm not these other people, so please send me.
It's out of stock?
That's what what I can't. That's what it's
sold out.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta hit them up. That's Anyone Comics. Yeah, shout out to Anyone Comics. I'll make. They should have more. I'll make sure they get more.
Yes, because
someone asked the age range for the children's book. I say it's for all ages. 7-year-olds right now are telling me it's their favorite book out. So yeah.
You doing interviews?
Well, my baby turned 6, so we're gonna get her on it because she's at a 2nd grade vocabulary reading level. So
there you go. I always say older kids should read it to younger kids, or older people should read it to younger kids, and et cetera, et cetera. So
I love it.
This is his 2nd book, yo. My boy is an author for real. Like, yo, that's got to be some monumental shit to have done, and to have sat with the Jimi Hendrix Foundation.
Yeah, like, that's just crazy.
They would not do. So you got to imagine Jimi Hendrix being the person he was. They would not license his stuff out to nobody.
To no one.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even let Andre make the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they let us do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so fire.
Shout out to Janie Hendrix. She really, helped us out and, loved the story we were telling. And it's something I'm super proud of the children's book, because the children's book affects children. But Jimi Hendrix book is to me, my favorite thing I've ever written. I'm proud of what we did with that story.
Yeah. This guy's been writing for a long time. He's actually been trying to get me to write. And I'm like, bro, how do you write when you don't read? It's like, come on.
Let's
he read mad shit. He lying.
But he's like,
I never read tweets and Instagram fucking captions.
He actually was in Hollywood. He's working on American Gods.
Yep.
He's worked with the creator of, I believe, not what is the things that the guy that did American Gods did, the movies that he did. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, not Neil Gaiman, because fuck him.
Oh, all right. So I had a bunch of other things, but damn, that damn hip hop conversation went long because Ben wouldn't stop talking.
I mean, you brought me here to,
to let it go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yesterday, how you feeling, bro? You ready for this weekend?
Yeah.
You gonna have those glasses? You gonna have those glasses on? I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could wear these, but I'm gonna find some. Dodge, thank you for being up with us late. I know you got to be at school in the morning. Right.
I'm actually on break.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Wait, hold on.
And Ben,
Already?
please know where to find you.
Yeah, Jersey shit.
Please, everyone, I'm out here at DJ Ben Amin, like it says on the screen, or you can at DJ BenHameen. You can also follow me at my website, bigdjenergy.com, and you can actually get the book there and a bunch of my music. I also produce music and shit. So I've been like releasing house music and dance music and things of that nature. So follow me at bigdjenergy.com and at DJ Ben Amin on all social medias. And my podcast that I've been doing forever and a day is For All Nerds. Shout out to For All Nerds. Yeah, we've had Dodge, Tahoe on it as well. We are geek and pop culture from the perspective of people of color. So we pretty much cover all kind of different stuff. Tomorrow we'll be releasing our review of Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Gotta fuck with that.
Yeah, For All Nerds, at For All Nerds, like fan, FOR. And we're also forallnerds.com. We have a bunch of dope merch. We're going to be really up in that shit this year. We're going to have some really crazy shit coming. So forallnerds.com. Yeah. Well,
I do For All Nerds.
Yes. I do want to say,
love y'all.
That, my cousin, I don't know if y'all remember, she came on the show to speak about her situation, with her baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
And she also spoke about her experience, as a lawyer and being, going through that whole situation. She's actually also a writer, and she wrote a book called. She actually is introducing a podcast of hers. It's called Monsters, a speculative podcast. And her caption reads, "Y'all, I've been wanting to do this thing for years. Celebrate the speculative fiction writers who've made it possible for kids of the global majority to see themselves as fantastical, as magical as they really are. When I was coming up in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have the myriad BIPOC speculative fiction writers we have today. Bookstores and shelves weren't stacked with African, Aztecan, Korean, Mexican, and so on mythology and folklore."
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Yeah, we definitely. I need to have her on, and I need to be on that show.
Yeah, fantasy, horror, science fiction, you name it, centered whiteness and and all of its tentacles. Tentacles is crazy. It wasn't until I was in college that I learned about and read Octavia E. Butler. She led me to L.A. Banks and Joel Gomez and Samuel Delaney. Through them, though they had been publishing for years, I knew nothing about them because bookstores didn't sell their shit, libraries didn't stock their books, teachers didn't center their narratives. Of Monsters is my way of celebrating the BIPOC writers who are currently doing the robust work of writing us into the speculative future, present, and past. It is a series of intimate conversations about the passageways, portals, and personal journeys traversed by speculative fiction masterminds and the characters they pen. And she goes on, if you follow her at Nicole Shawan Jr., that's Shawan, Shawan Jr., she's actually has released her podcast. Her first episode is featuring a young lady named Ibi Zoboy, I believe. So yeah, this is something I want you to link. Hopefully she will be on Ben's show soon, and he will be featured on her pod as well. So please go support my family. I'd love for y'all, for her to get her shit off in this. And yeah,
Cam said put it in the show notes.
Will do. Thank you. Love you all. We have some great, exciting things coming, even though Dodge doesn't know, but she will soon. So shameless. You see her face? Look at her face. Watch her face.